Hunter, thanks for tuning in. Hello, David Keene. Alex, what's up? At least 7 lives are going on, at least. Big Paul, good afternoon to you. Good evening here. James Mitchell, what's up? Watcher 556 says, yo, what's up? JCW UK, welcome. Big Paul, no worries. We're happy to have you here. Sit back and enjoy the live. What's up, 3 a.m.? Three a.m. Thank you for letting us know that you got his email. Victory JC111. Welcome to the live. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Lex Boom, welcome. David James, welcome. Flying Dagger, welcome. Hunter Keene, welcome. Garyography, welcome to the live. Happy Saturday. Jordan Dangerous, welcome to the live. Be sure to check out the description. Jeff, welcome to the live. He's got an assortment of knives to show off tonight. Are these weighted knives? Non-name brand, welcome to the live. And you know it. No axe throwing here tonight, all knives.
As deadly as axes are, you're not going to be taking an axe into combat nowadays. You have to be a minimalist. You're going to be carrying ammo. So the most you're probably going to have that I see around is about 2 knives. You're going to have maybe a foldable knife in your pocket, and then you're going to have a knife strapped to your vest or to your belt. You're going to have water on you, ammunition, your rifle, medical kits. You can't be going and trucking through some hard terrain with all this extra stuff. You have to pick the most important stuff. So an axe is just not going to come out nowadays. So if you're going to go out on patrol or something, you are going to have your knives. And what I'm showing today too, the knives you're going to have as your EDC or in combat are all going to have live edges. I would recommend nobody in the knife throwing community to think about grabbing an EDC thrower that is a false edge, that does not have a live edge. That's silly. If you need a knife, you want a sharp knife. Don't grab a dull knife. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're going to be able to throw these knives if you train right. I'm showing you that today. They're all different shapes, all different sizes, lengths, weights, thicknesses, and you can still throw them as good as one that doesn't have scales on it or shaped to be a normal knife. Now I've modified this to have a live edge, but I'm not going to be able to use this for much of anything else. There's no guard. My hand's going to slide up. It's not going to be good in the hand, especially if I'm wet, I'm sweaty. If I'm going to combat, I'm grabbing a knife I can grip that has a guard, that has a blade, that I can also throw. You never know what situation you're going to get into, so master the weapon you have in every which way possible.
Does any branch in the Canadian military train throwing knives?
Yes. We train right in basic training with bayonets. But for throwing, that's something you're going to add in later on. You can do any martial art in the military, hand-to-hand combat. There's some extra training that pretty much covers everything. So throwing weapons is something overlooked nowadays because of all the other stuff you're going to have. But there is definitely training involved with knives. Whether or not it's something as throwing, it's going to be more training on just hand-to-hand combat and how to use your knife effectively, how to take somebody out quietly and fast without making any noises. Those type of stuff. Now throwing is the last resort in my opinion, but it's also something super deadly that you can do, and that it's going to be probably the biggest surprise because you're not going to hear it. You're not going to hear it coming. And then when it does do what it's got to do and hits you, that's going to be a reaction. Like, where did that come from? Who's around me and did that? But you have a gouging wound in your neck and your side, and then you're dealing with another attack. You're not just going to be throwing your weapon and then standing there and saying, okay, is he going to go down? Is he dropping? Like, who else heard? Who else is affected by that noise that just happened? Him screaming, him freaking shocked, right? So there's definitely some intelligence, some tactical thinking involved, whether or not you're going to do a thrower. But axes are just something that they're fun to train. They're deadly, but you're not going to be able to conceal them, carry them with you as much. But if you are out in the bush and you're a bushcrafter, you can have an axe on you. And I would definitely throw that as well. I can throw an axe. I've done them long distance. I've thrown anything, but knives are the specialty to the channel. Knives are what I'm obsessed with. I love knives, and I'm a military combat veteran for 20 years now, so I'm just using that to go along with what I'm training with.
Kill Switch, welcome to the live, brother.
So this knife here is about under 8 inches long. Very thick handle. I'm throwing all my knives no spin. If you're noticing, all my knives from about 15 feet to 10 feet is where my combat range. I'm going to be throwing right in the bullseye 9 times out of 10. To be confident or in your mind to think you can do something, you better be able to hit that bullseye 9 times out of 10. If you miss your target, that's not the end of the world if you're doing it as a surprise attack. Some people throw rocks to put the attention away from them so that they can get closer to their enemy. If you miss, that's not the end of the world, but I'm not going to throw to miss. But if you miss, his attention's going to that sound, which is going to be away from where you threw. So you can also use that to your advantage. Now you look at these people out here in the knife throwing community, and I'm not picking fun at Throwstar. I think he's a great thrower, but the stuff he wears is not tactical. That's not smart. That's stupid. It's not concealed. It's bulky. It's going to get in the way. Can he train in his backyard and put a trench coat over himself and walk into Walmart like he's cool? Yeah, but that's not reality. If you're in combat, you're looking like this. This is how you're going to war. You're strapping magazines to your chest, and you have your rifle. You have your canteen. You got what you need for that patrol, and if things go south, you have stuff to help you. But this is what it's going to look like. Now, if you're doing an everyday carry, I'm not dressed like this, of course. But I'd always tell you, have your stuff concealed. You don't want to see it. It doesn't want to be bulky. You're not going to be walking with axes coming out your back. You're not a Ninja Turtle. Okay, it's fun and flashy for the internet, but it's not realistic for the everyday person. You need the right information, and I'm trying to do that. This is real deal. If you're in war, you're not going into war dressed like a Ninja Turtle, dressed like a ninja anymore. So you're going to have to put these are very comfortable. You can customize your kit when you go to war. You can customize it. You want to be able to play and train with that. You want to train and feel if it's comfortable. When things go crazy, you don't want to have it in the wrong spot. So you're training like you're fighting. And these are comfortable areas. They don't get in the way. I was showing some movements. You can do all these things. I got 4 knives on me. Strapped, quick and ready. accessible, fast. I need to get to them, I can get to them. They're not going to get in the way too much of my pouches for my magazines, my canteen. I have all this extra stuff in the back here for my day carry, medical stuff. You know, obviously your bandages in case you get shot, all that type of stuff you're going to want to have on you. Lighters are in here, tactical tools and things like that, grenades, smoke bombs, all that type of stuff, GPS holder, all that stuff is needed nowadays, right?
Randy, my Grant, welcome to the live. He says, once you've trained, even it never leaves you. I was in boot camp 43 years ago, and it only feels like 2 years ago. Thank you for your service. Scott Brew, welcome in. Jeff says, do you have a certain way how you hold your knife without it spinning?
Yes. I hold every single knife the same way. Nothing changes by the shape of the knife. That's how I hold it. And I'm grabbing my knife. My knife is firm. I'm not a loose wrist thrower. I'm not any of this drinking tea stuff. This is how I hold my knife. If I'm switching to a grip to hold it, it's within millisecond reach to change. It doesn't take long to do the grips. There's 3 main grips: my throw grip, reverse grip, and then a normal grip. This thing is a bullet. The pinnacle to throwing weapons in combat is to be able to hit a moving target under pressure. That's the definition. The pinnacle, the top. You want to be able to get to a point where you're under pressure, put yourself in situations where your brain is thinking it's doing the real thing, and do it under pressure and hit moving targets. Right now, that's just target practice. Out moving, it's not moving, right? You're going to step it up once. The pinnacle is to have your moving target. You might do a surprise attack when it comes to a throwing weapon, but if you have 2 people, you can throw one, the next guy's going to react, and he's most likely going to be moving. If somebody sees it coming, that's why least body movement's possible to throw, because if someone's looking at you and you're doing something, you better be very fast, and they're most likely going to do this. Most people probably aren't going to jump out of the way, and even if they do, you can make it happen still. But I would always advise aim for the center mass here. Headshots aren't going to be the best because they're the ones that move the first. If you have a surprise attack and you got a chance to go for the head or neck area, sure, you better be within 10, 15 feet, because if you miss, again, not the end of the world, but you're going to be off to make that next shot count. So I usually have 2 knives on me. But they're knives, again. They're not throwing knives. I'm always going to have 2 knives on me, and they're going to be knives. So I could use them if I have to, or if I have to throw them. I don't want to have a knife on me just for throwing. That's just stupid. Especially in a dangerous situation, or you have to save somebody, and then you just get yourself hurt and that person hurt. Come on. Don't play stupid. I would say it's a very small percentage of knife throwers actually throwing knives. And I get it. That's not what they do to be knife throwers. They throw false edge knives for competitions, and I get that, but not many real knife throwers throw real knives. I don't know if I'd even consider them throwing knives. They look like spikes, nails, and I'm cool with that. That's how you have to train. That's how I got good at throwing these knives. But they're not knives, right? Some of these awkward handles, like, that's how knives are. They have scales, right? The difference from a throwing knife to this is huge. It's huge. You show somebody that's never seen a knife before, right? They're going to look at these things as different. They're not going to say these are both knives, right? Once you explain the definition of a knife, they're going to lean towards saying that this is a knife. This is what a knife looks like.
Welcome, John Wick. Welcome, Andy Lowplanks. What's up, everybody?
This is one of the first knives. It's a Steel Eagle by Tops, a U.S. company. It went through everything. I can throw this thing long distance. It's got everything that I like in a knife. And I can throw this thing like a bullet. It's a little tougher in here right now because that target is hard. but I can zero it in, make it happen. If you look at a knife thrower and you give them a knife and say, you're a knife thrower, they're bragging about it, they're talking about it, and they're like, okay, throw this knife. Do it the way you normally throw knives. I would say more than half of them aren't going to be able to do it. So that would say a lot right there. When you're a true knife thrower, I think you're going to be able to throw every knife. A lot of people are talking about what makes you an expert, what makes you pro, master, all this talk about these certain words they pick. I think you're going to be able to throw a knife, and any distance, at any time, under pressure, no matter what, no matter winter, no matter wet, no matter hot. Again, no matter the shape, size, weight, the knife, you're going to be able to throw them, right? And that's, I think, what makes you a pro. You can throw those things at your said distances. We're not saying 20 meters, because that's not realistic. Knife throwing combat is realistic from 10 feet to 20 feet. And I would say even that's pushing it, 15 feet to 10 feet. And this is kind of well accepted by a lot of people who have an obsession in the combat arena to throwing knives. So throwing knives necessarily is a different thing when people talk about it. We're not all talking about the same thing. Some people don't throw knives, but they're a knife thrower, right? Some people are throwing knives like me, but they're not a knife thrower in that world. You're not coming to competitions, you're not actually doing it. But I think throwing knives means throwing knives. It's just what it is. Don't complicate it. Throwing knives is throwing knives. I like the fact that I'm hitting a bullseye every time, guys. I'm cold. It's minus 5 degrees in here. No gloves, no sweaters. Just a hood because I'm bald. And I'm able to, with not the best movement in my hands, still throw this thing effectively. I'm not going to train only on nice days. Reality comes when I have to do something, it's not going to be a nice day. And I better be ready to do it then, right? Oh man, this thing. I would love to show you the penetration this thing does. This is wood, right? Flesh is a lot softer. The entire blade is in it, right? The only thing stopping this from going deeper is the end of the guard here, the handle, the scales. That's what's stopping it. The entire blade is going in. Now I can sit here and stab this thing as hard as I can. Oh, I've got a strong stab. But you'll be able to stab this thing a lot less throwing. You can test that out yourself if you don't believe me. Throw a knife and stab that knife in the same spot or beside it. You've already made a hole. See if you can stab as deep as the thrown knife.
Flavio G is in the house.
Flavio, you are a winner. Flavio, you have won a big prize. You weren't even here. So that Christmas tree giveaway I was doing, you're the winner of, I think it's the second place prize? Or second place.
Yes.
Flavio B, we picked your name. So send me an email. I think you might have sent me one before. Maybe not. No, you didn't. Send me an email and take a screenshot of your name proving to me it's you, along with your shipping address. I have a whole lot of stuff to send you. Sadly, Richard Hunt was the winner, and we couldn't get a hold of him for a few months. So we redraw last live from the Christmas tree ornaments. We pulled your name. So congratulations, buddy. Send me an email, again, like I said, with a screenshot of your name just to prove to me it's you, along with your shipping address, and I can have that mailed out to you. It's a big package. You're getting a bunch of knives, hatchets. It's a big freaking awesome gift. So congratulations, man, and hope you enjoy it. We Space Jam 1, 3 a.m. 1, and they asked it, it's okay, do it again. That was really cool. When I started knife throwing, it was not fun and games for me. I got a little carried away with trick shots. I enjoy doing trick shots, and I'll continue to do trick shots. Trick shots just make me better and puts me in a very awkward situation, movement, and I have to perform. I have to hit what I have to hit under some weird, awkward positions I'm in. So I will continue those, but I kind of drifted away from who I am. This is sad to some people, funny to others. This is who I am. And I love to train. I love to train. I'm always training. So why not show you guys some of my training live? And that's kind of what's going to be happening a little bit more. This is just how it's going to be.
Yes, guys, Silas is here. He's here. He's sleeping.
You grab 3 different knives and you can hit. If I'm going to give an opinion on what makes somebody an expert, it's to be able to do that. Not grab the same knife and think you're cool by throwing it different ways. That's great. That's awesome. But that's not a knife. That's not difficult. What's difficult is throw 7 different ways with 7 different knives. Like, that's to me impressive, way more impressive. And don't have different knives like this. Like, and this is still more impressive, but they're all the same. They're all the same type of handle. They're really very similar. There's not much of a change there if you're throwing different knives and this is what you're grabbing. I just went between these 3 knives, no spin. Look at the differences. It's night and day to some of these handles. The thicknesses, they're very, very different. A lot of these people aren't exactly answering questions with the knowledge they need to answer them properly. A lot of us, including myself and others, get pushed out of the community because we make them look bad. They don't look as good as they want to look. They look silly. Some of them don't look as smart as they want to look. They don't like that, which it shouldn't be. It should be welcomed. Knowledge should be welcomed. Knowledge is power. And I didn't throw this knife here for a while. That's another thing, that an expert should be able to take a break for 2 weeks, 2 months, pick up his knife and be able to throw it. If you have to throw every day because you're not going to be able to be as good the next day, you're training wrong. I haven't thrown this knife for maybe 1.5 years, 2 years.
A while.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Like even this knife, I have not thrown my Steel Eagle.
Nope.
It stayed up there for a long time, right?
Yep.
I didn't warm up today. I grabbed it and I threw it. But when I did throw this thing back in the day, a heck of a lot, I threw this thing like a bullet. The size is incredibly short. I think it's smaller than the 8.5 inches of danger, but it's heavier. Yeah, we're right at 8 inches. This knife is right at 8 inches. Maybe even a little less. I like a smaller knife with a lot of weight. 8 inches to 9 inches is just great. Again, when you're trying to conceal a knife, you don't want to be seen with a knife, especially everyday carry. Right here, right now, like this, it's okay to show a knife. You're going out to kill people. That's your job. So it's okay to have things out in the open, ready, easy to get to. But every day, when you can have something on your belt and no one sees it, the smaller it is, the better. So this 8 inches to 9 inches is perfect. And that's what this is. This is about 9 inches, and then this is 8 inches. I wouldn't really go too much more. My Tortos are 9.2 inches. That's about as much as I do.
Martello, what's up?
Martello, buddy. I don't have my Jordans on today.
I don't want to blasted his name, but I was gonna say Fat. Welcome to the stream.
Flavio messaged back because he's our winner.
Well, so that sucks that you don't have respect for soldiers.
You wouldn't have a country if you didn't have a soldier. You wouldn't have a country if you didn't have a soldier. You wouldn't be where you are right now, living the way you're living right now, if you didn't have a military for your country. Probably works like second cup. Gives a bunch of people soy lattes all day. You guys notice every throw is a bullseye. Every throw is a bullseye. I think at an expert level too, you want to be considered an expert. I think you better be throwing bullseyes 9 times out of 10. From the distances you say you can be an expert at, or considered, you should be performing 9 times out of 10. Everyone's going to be able to make mistakes, experts as well. No one's perfect. Don't have unrealistic expectations or define something like a master, an expert, with with the wrong definition. Some of these throws are just...
Flying Dagger Crew, you know it. He's got his bone broth somewhere.
My bone broth is right there, buddy.
Yeah, he brought it out.
Today, I woke up and had, every day this week, I've been waking up and eating 70 grams of protein for my breakfasts. 70 grams. That includes my bone broth. Today I saved my bone broth. I've had probably like 5 to 10 chicken breasts this week, a bunch of ground beef, a bunch of steaks, asparagus. Today I had some ground beef mixed into it with quinoa. I put on probably a good 20 pounds of muscle in the last couple months. I've been going pretty hard through the winter. Solid muscle. Really feeling really good right now. I just got my blood work done, my blood pressure done. I did my medical in the military, and they gave me a gold standard for blood pressure. They said it's perfect. I couldn't get any better. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. My diet, I'm trying to share a lot more of that with my community here to help you guys make the decisions that are very important to give your life some longevity and enjoy it. Not just live, but or survive, thrive. My bone broth's right here. I didn't want to mess up my,
War paint.
My war paint.
My blood pressure will be rough in the morning, John Wick says.
That's delicious. Bone broth is the greatest thing, guys. Bone broth mixed with creatine. Like, that's the ultimate warrior drink. Bone broth and creatine. You better have a good sheath if you're going to have your knives like this. When you run, when you jump, when you climb, these better not, gravity better not pull these out. But when you jump, do all these different movements over and over and over again, not just once or twice. These better be right there when you need them, right? So think about that when you're putting your knives upside down like that. It is ultimately the best way to pull a knife out, in my opinion, from a vest. If you have to pull up, it gets a little tougher. You know, you want to put it more off to the side maybe, or like that. I mean, bayonets go right in the chest, right, and they pull down. That's more ideal. But just make sure you have the right sheaths. So this knife was a custom design made, my design. But it's a kind of a replica of the Scalpel by Tops. Tops is I'm a huge fan of Tops, and I have a lot of Tops knives. Hey Madeline, you okay? You got the door? And
Meg, welcome to the stream.
the Street Scalpel was discontinued, and I liked it so much I wanted to make it, and that's what this is. Just this knife here. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. I've showed this before on my channel, but it's got moon glow spacers. So this actually glows in the dark. Not something I'd bring into war either, because you can obviously see somebody, but you'll never lose your knife. So if you could keep this underneath something, it might be good. Because this moon glow can hold up to 18 hours if it's in the sun for the day. So it can actually glow for a long time.
Have you heard of Phobos knives? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Take a look.
Phobos are for operators by operators.
That's a lot what tops are like. I've not heard of Phobos. I'm gonna have to look that up though. I'm gonna definitely have to look that up. Tops is a very, they support the military. All their knives, most of their knives are designed by military veterans. I have to look up there. Yeah, those look great, those knives. Just checking out Phobos right now. Just by looking at them, Tops is a tough one to beat. Tops is a tough one to beat. You look at, I've looked at many different knives. Tops is a tough one to beat. Let's hit a moving target because that's part of training.
It was by an ex-Army Ranger.
We're gonna hit a moving target with all these knives. I'm gonna put a little bit of weight in this.
Yeah, we like the tops for sure.
Going for a taxi ride there. Throwing under pressure, you can get a little bit closer to under pressure throwing a moving target. You have the pressure of hitting it at the right timing. So you're pressured to throw at that exact time to get to the pin. So it changes up your throw under pressure. That's why the pinnacle is to hit a moving target under pressure. Not to have, I think having a moving target on a pendulum is a lot easier. I think it removes that type of pressure I'm talking about. So to be able to throw your moving target or even have someone else throw that moving target helps you get closer there. I think it's even better yourself though, because you're throwing your body out of that. You can stand there, and when somebody throws the can for you, it's going to be easier.
James Mitchell, yes, he did get me a Tops knife for Christmas.
I got her a sick Tops knife for Christmas. Two in a row. Bone broth, and I'll get it.
What's a good Canadian knife maker?
Canadian River Knife and Tool. Sorry, that's Columbia River Knife and Tool. Canadian knife maker. Ha! I don't think I have any. Sorry, US, Italy, German, Israeli.
So one friend's not doing them anymore, right?
He's a knife maker. Joshua Shoegarts can make a knife. Shoegarts, 3 a.m. forged. I gotta see about 3 a.m. first and see what his quality's like, and I know he's putting together some nice knives. Dave, can you fix this? If this has become a problem here for me? I put that one on. Oh, there's buckles.
Yeah, this is gonna be too tight. Hold on.
Forgot about those buckles.
Wait. How's that feel? Comfy?
Good. Buckle. Yeah, we got to get some more good Canadian knife makers. Good, thanks, honey.
Is making some knives. He's doing a set for James.
I think every time I threw my knife, I hit the can. What a hole. Thanks for stopping by, girls. Love you, girls. Love you.
John Wick says, I'll try my best to make a knife.
They're fun. I've started to make knives. My plan was even, because I've recently got my first bayonet from 1986. It's a Swedish bayonet. So I was pretty happy to pick that up at a pawn shop. I got lucky and I took it. And what my idea is to replicate bayonets, but make them for throwing. So that's a future project that I'm going to be working on. I'm obviously going to start with the replicate the bayonets I have. But I'm going to start collecting them and then move into that. So the definition I read on the pinnacle of a throw, like the pinnacle of throwing weapons is to hit a moving target under pressure. Now does it talk about the size, right? A small moving target like this, that's probably the hardest it should be. You shouldn't have to hit a moving target like we hit those 2-inch rings, 1-inch rings. You know, I'm starting to even get away from that. It's fun and everything, but it's not visually pleasing, I think, for YouTube and, you know, people watching. It's just too small, you can't see it. So I'm getting bigger objects. Today I bought this, so I can go outside. I can throw this from pretty far away and try to pin something where you guys can see it more. So it's going to be easier to toss around because you're working on a moving target. I can get it to bounce, kick it, do a whole bunch of things with this. So I'm starting to get into that more, where I can show you guys it visually better. Hands are great. They sound great. They pin excellent. The steel, it's aluminum, right? So it gets right through it like butter. So if I'm hitting this thing, I hit them like 4 or 5 there, but I didn't pin it, I'm hitting my moving target.
Thanks, Martello, for letting us know. It's about 2 hours from where we live, but we'll definitely have to check it out one day.
The Phobos.
No, the Groham Knives. It's a company here in Nova Scotia. Big one.
Definitely gonna look that up. Thank you, bud. Hit my moving target. The definition doesn't say pin it, you know, catch it. It says hit it.
That's how big the place is.
So they're serious, eh?
Yeah.
And they're a knife making company.
Yeah, it's picked 2 hours from us.
I will read. Maybe they. Who knows what they make? Thank you. They don't make throwing knives, do they? I doubt it.
It's a lot of everything in the photos from what I can see.
You don't think I'm hitting this pan? Trust me, I am. Wonder if I'll get any copyright on these songs. I'll know when I post it. If you guys watch my lives later, after I actually do them live, you might find some muted sections because I go in there and I have to take out certain songs. Sometimes it erases it and sometimes I have to mute it. So if that happens, that's why.
Mitchell St. John YouTube says I'm confused.
I'll ask a question, we'll help you out. Only 1% of the world does martial arts. Not many people are going to log in and know what the heck's going on. Not only is 1% of the world do martial arts, smaller of a percentage throw weapons. This is a throwing weapon channel. We throw knives, we throw all sorts of stuff. We've been training this for a while. A lot of the people that watch this, they do the same stuff. A little bit of everything going on here. Hitting a moving target is the pinnacle of throwing weapons. That's where you want to be able to get. You want to be able to hit a moving target under pressure. Soon we'll be through this target. I have 3 more to go. Those might only last me a year. Oh, I caught it with my foot. That's how much the entire blade is in the target. Almost every single time I throw it.
Johnny D says, cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
I hope I'm not saying this wrong. Aurelio, welcome to the live.
Thank you everybody for stopping in. Hit that subscribe button. We're always doing some new stuff here.
Can you actually defend yourself in Canada without going to jail?
I've been a soldier for 20 years. It's my job to defend people and myself. If I don't, I can get arrested. We have scenarios we go through. We're on a plane. The plane has got terrorists that took it over. If I don't try to do something, I get arrested. It's as simple as that. So we plan, we strategize in certain courses on what we would do. So we get ourselves into some messed up situations and we figure out the best things we can do. Tactical, right? We want to be thinking and planning strategically and then put that into action. So, of course, we have to. Even in my civilians, if I was around, if someone said or had a picture of me standing by, that's not good. I have to do something. So not only are we allowed, we have to. I don't know if that's the case for every country and their military, but that's the way it is. So when you throw and you get your hip and shoulder separation, that's where you're going to really get some serious power. Hip and shoulder separation. So I can turn my hips, right? My hips and my shoulders don't want to go at the same time. They want to be separate, right? So if I move them at the same time, right, you can get some power with the hips, but you get some hip and shoulder separation. You're like stretching out to get loaded. It's like a slingshot effect, and you launch forward that way. So that's separate. You go boom, and then I kind of go forward and bring them together. And that's one of the most powerful ways I can throw. Anyone, I think, can throw. You want to throw your whole body into it and lean into it. Sometimes you gotta throw fast. I get that. But in my thinking of combat, when it's a throwing weapon, you're gonna be doing it as a surprise attack. So you're gonna be able to give yourself that extra split second to make sure you have the right form. You got the best throw possible, the most accurate, the most power you can do, because you got to make it count. You might only have one shot. You might if you screw it up, that could be game over. So if I have that split second, right, it's going to be everything into it. I'm not going to care, because you give more room for error when you just want to go fast. I'm sorry, in your backyard, without any pressure, making a video, you can make it look like you can do it. But when the freaking time comes, don't play around thinking you can do it if you're not in the right mindset, if you don't have the training, you haven't been doing martial arts, you don't do any combat training, you're just in your backyard thinking you're a ninja. There's too many of that going on in the knife throwing community, and it's silly. I don't like having people talk about it when they have no experience about it. I'm telling you, I've had experiences. There's special courses. You have to get your mind into some messed up stuff to properly train for it. If you're not doing that, don't tell me and show a video about it. When people listen to that, they're just going to get hurt. Yeah, that stuff, it bothers me in the community. If there's 5 people that are military, listen to them. They have training. They have special training for that stuff. You're sitting in your backyard acting like a wannabe ninja, and you're going to talk over that person. You're not smart. When I was talking to my wife today about simple things, like we have the ability nowadays to get the knowledge. We can go and ask the questions to the right people. We don't have to guess nowadays. We can go and look for the right answers. You know, if people aren't doing that, it's just too much of a high school drama. Got to get in your circles. You're not being honest, and you're just not getting the right information. All these combat knife throwers.
Welcome, Noodles.
And all these combat knife throwers. 35 likes already! It's not hard for a soldier to get likes.
Welcome, Steven.
If I was a pot-smoking hippie, I'd be getting tons of likes. I'm a freaking pot-headed smoking hippie. Right from back. Surprise attack. I like putting knives around. I've seen a lot of people do that after I've done it, and I don't know if they're getting it from me or someone else. There's a few people I've seen do it, but never seen people do it when I did it. You want to put yourself in awkward positions and then get to your throw as fast as possible. You don't always want to be in your comfortable, natural stance. A lot of knife throwers, they go to the line for competition. And that's normally the way they stance in their combat throws. Get yourself in awkward positions. Throw from those positions quick. Are you hitting the bullseye? Do you have a target this big and you're hitting all over the place? Are you able to actually dial in? Put a card. You don't have to hit the card. Put something up there and go for it. And be honest. Are you aiming? Are you getting around that card? Good. Good job. Do some barrel rolls. Do some get low. Don't just stand tall. Nothing in any martial arts, we're standing tall. You know, ninja training, yeah, there's a little bit of surprise attacks. You don't see it coming and you're just walking down the street, you know, and somebody, boom, they get you. If you train for ninjutsu, you can study that, and I've done some studying ninjutsu. Every wannabe ninja is not a ninja. They don't throw with their hips, they throw with their legs. They're trying to make it so that you can't read them, that you're not going to see it coming. It's just going to happen, and you're not going to see it coming. That's ninja. So when you throw, when you want to train for a ninja properly, now I'm not, but for the knowledge I know and understand, you've got your knife, you got it in your sleeve, you can deploy that thing and throw it without moving your body much. That's how you're going to do it. You're going to be coming in, and then it's going to be quick to the neck. They're not going to see it coming. These ninjas with these swords nowadays and the way they think it is, I don't even know if they actually train in a sense of getting the knowledge and then training. They just make it up, and they think it is what it is because they could just put a word to it. Hey,
Flavio sent you $9.99.
Oh, buddy, thank you. Yeah, man, you're the winner. Is that Flavio B?
Yeah.
Buddy, appreciate you, man. We do have you all already up on the board, but I would put you on the board. But yeah, you got something coming. Hopefully you got me that email already. And
yes, I sent you an email.
It's going to be a sick. There's Pokemon. I don't know if you're into Pokemon, but if you get a sick card, let me know if you don't know anything about it, because you can pull a $1,000 card. And that would be awesome if you had $1,000. You could post that online, sell it for 80% the value, and you'd be able to get that quick $800 like that.
Johnny Manitoba, thank you for tuning in. Johnny D, thank you for joining us. Noodles, we ask that you please don't use profanity in the chat. We have children viewers. We are going to find a spot for that flag very shortly.
We have folded it up and brought it out today. We were good, I folded it up to bring it out. We had it up. We put all the names on it. Let it dry out. It looked really sharp in our kitchen. We had all you guys hanging out with us in the kitchen. If the wife does go in, she'll get it. Yeah. I'm not asking you to, though. You stay comfy and hang.
Chicken Nugget McFlurry says, I have these Japanese Pikachu cards where they're wearing costumes like Gyarados and Magikarp.
Are they real? Because I know Japanese brings out some pretty cool cards. A lot different than the English ones we get.
Those ones that Deep Pocket has the costumes, but not the Luigi ones. John Wick, there is a lot of Johns in this chat right now. We got Johnny D, we got John Wick.
When you hit the same area, well, that's why you have good quality knives. I'm going to be making more videos, hoping people can hear somebody that's been a military member for 20 years with the training with combat, to start to listen and put the right thought into it. I'm going to try to, as nice as possible, give the information, and it is in a way correcting people. I'm trying to set a more of a realistic approach for everyone to learn. And there's other people out there that also are in the same boat, but they're probably not sharing it. I want to be able to do that. That was my beginning. That's where I started, and I got to stay true to who I am, and that's where I was going, and that's where I want to be going right now. So let me know if you guys have any questions, what you want to see, hear about, and I'm going to gather all that and add it to what I want to do, so I can tailor it to what you guys want as well.
Josh, where would you be aiming if your enemy was wearing a plate carrier?
Well, see, it depends, man. It depends on the situation I'm in, right? It's hard to say what I would do. Obviously, I'm going to be looking for an area that is realistic, right? You've got a lot of arteries that you can bleed out. You can bring somebody down very easily by just hitting them in the legs. So obviously, I'm going to aim for something that it depends. It just depends on so many things. Like when I train for certain situations, my brain is thinking about so much, not one. I'm putting a situation into so many scenarios I can think of, and it's different every single one of them. And a lot of them I'm not even gonna throw, guys. You gotta understand that. I love knife throwing. It's in my blood. That's what I want to do, right? You want to, oh, it feels great. My next approach is coming up and doing hand in hand. That's my next approach, for the most part. For the most part, I'm not looking at throwing and running away. My approach is throwing and running at them. They don't have time to react, but they have already a knife bleeding them out in their leg. Now they can't fight me because they're injured. They're distracted, right? Like I said, remember I said in the beginning of this live, even if I missed, their attention's going to the knife sound. That is the opposite direction that I am. I can use that to my advantage. My next attack, tactical thinking isn't having one attack. What's your follow-up attack, right? So when I throw my knife, I'm running. I'm already going for my next knife, right? That's my training. That's how I think about combat. I look at finishing the job. Whether there's two people, I threw one already. Now that guy's attention most likely is going to his buddy and looking, can I help? Oh, and then that quick second, he's now diverted. I'm already on that guy like white on rice. So now I can put a knife through his jugular, finish him off, and then his other buddy, I'm gonna finish him off. Because I already have a knife in my hand. So jugular, boom, that guy's done. In the side, multiple wherever, right? I'm gonna put him down. I'm freaking, right? Now the other guy can finish him off too. He's dealing already with freaking a knife. No, guys, the most realistic thing isn't pulling a knife out and being like, I'm 100%. I'm gonna now use this knife on you. It's not happening. Don't learn from movies, guys. Unless it's John Wick, you can learn from him. John Wick doesn't actually, there's some training involved in movies that they want to be as realistic as possible. But to make entertainment, it's usually not as realistic as people think. Let's finish this bone broth off.
Cheers to water.
My wife's, I'm not doing my job if my wife and my kids aren't deadly. Yeah. My wife's been training hard lately. Like in the gym, taking creatine, freaking getting healthy. Smoking Hot Wife is turning into an animal. My two girls are gonna follow her more than me. They're also gonna want to do what I do too. The whole family's gonna be freaking ninjas. We say ninjas like funny, but I'd rather say this whole family's gonna be soldiers, warriors.
The Torto version of G.I. Joe's.
Trying to break down this throw. I have a great video coming talking about breaking down throws. Oh, you guys wait. I was gonna post it today. I'm posting it soon. Great video, long format video coming out. I'm gonna be starting to do some new things. The next video is coming out like that. But I want to break down my throw too, and like that hip shoulder separation, that type of style of throw, you're gonna give it the most. The last thing you want to do is throw your knife light in a combat situation. Throwing weapon is going to do damage, especially if that pointy end is going to hit you. But even if you miss, even if this thing comes like this and hits me, it's going to be so hard to throw, it's going to do damage no matter what.
3 a.m. says the G.I. Josh family.
It's going to be the G.I. Josh family, right?
And I said, but Silas will be just Space Jam.
Silas is deadly. When it comes down to it, he's already proven to me, my dog, what he can do. I think I told the story before on this channel, but Silas, I was at home. We had a bunch of electricians coming to work on the house. They called me because I wasn't there, and I told them, you can go through my basement, the door's open, you can get to work. They went down through the basement, they opened it up, Silas freaking welcomed me. Growled at them, he approached, they freaking left that house so fast, and they did not want to go in. I came home, they told me, they're all sitting there, and like, you guys get to work, like, no. We walked into your house, and your dog freaking said no. We got out of there, man. And I was like, really? When that dog, you don't know sometimes what a dog can do until it needs to be done. That guy's 110 pounds, that Space Jam right there. 110 pounds of freaking Turner and Hooch. Turner, guys seen the movie Turner and Hooch? That's like where I love dogs. That's the first movie I watched as a kid, Tom Hanks. And that's what, like, my first movie I cried with, when that dog took the bullet for his guy. Come here, son. Come here, buddy. Hi, buddy boy. Hey, buddy. We've done training before. I've had him chase me and try to, like, bite me while I threw knives. You can check it out on my channel. I would start at the target with my dog, and I would sprint as fast as I could to, like, 8 meters. Turn around and throw. And as I did that, he was attacking me. In his playful way, but I allowed him to jump at my wrists with his, you can see it in the video in slow-mo, jumping. He jumps and like bites my wrist as I'm throwing. I'm pushing him off and hitting bullseyes. Again, my beginning training doesn't have many views on my channel, but if you look at my videos in the first few years of me training, it's why I'm so good now. I've done so much freaking insane stuff in throwing knives. You just don't see that. There's no one else that has a dog chasing them and trying to bring them down. But I did. Right, buddy?
Kill Switch was like, was he in his PJs when that happened?
No, he was free, bud. His Willie was free as a bee, bud. He was free and he was loving every minute of it. Yeah! Don't shelter your dog. Let your dog know what danger is. Let him hear loud noises, right? Let him know who's boss. Right? He's just gonna love you even more, protect you more. He's certain dogs like an American Stradfishire Terrier. They know their place in their pack, right? Some dogs, like, you can train any dog really well, but some dogs like a husky, they're always challenging their owner because they always want to be an alpha male. They have it in their genetics. They always want to challenge them. So you always have to put your husky in its place, because it's constantly going to put you in a challenging position to say he wants to be the leader. And yes, you can train them properly where it's easy to put them in their place, right? Like, yo. But dogs like this, they know their place right from the beginning. You get them young enough, they grow up, and they know. They know who's boss. I'm sorry, but if this hit somebody anywhere around here, it's a kill shot. It's a kill shot. It's a bigger wound than most bullets. There's more force in this. Like, it's insane of a shot if you hit somebody with this. There's no coming back from that.
Someone wants to know what your trades. What's your trades?
My trades. There's any trade you can get into. I started as an infantry soldier, so I was with the Royal Hamilton Light Infantry. And then I switched out after a few years, started getting more technical with my future, and I became a meteorologist. So I worked with the Air Force first, I worked with the Army, and now I'm working with the Navy, but I'm Army. I'm Army. My trade was like, since you have some infantry experience, we're making you Army. So I worked with drones, artillery, infantryers. Now I'm working with the Army. I've worked with Coast Guards, law enforcement detachment units, United States Army. I've done a lot with a lot of the countries, our allies, and it's a great career. I enjoyed every bit of it. I grew up, G.I. Joe, like, I joined at 16 years old. I was the youngest you can join in the military in Canada. I joined and I was ready to freaking go. And that's been my life. More than half my life I've been just training. My whole life. You can almost say my whole life. Like, it's been 20 years and I joined at 16, right? I don't feel like there was much of my life other than this. This is all I know.
Yes, he's still actively serving, well over 20 years now.
I'm going to go as long as I can, guys. I feel great at 40. I'm 38 years old. I feel great. The math's different. I got out of the military for 2 years. Tried to figure things out on my own, because in 16 years old, I'm still finishing high school. So I finished high school, and then after high school, I rejoined. And that's why 20 years from 16 should be 36, but I'm 38. I don't think I've been healthier my entire life. Health and fitness has been a massive thing in my life. Sadly, in the knife throwing community too, that's another thing where we don't have many people promoting it. It's super important to be healthy and fit. You know, there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of soul throwers. Sadly, he just had a stroke. I don't know the background information there, but you can't be drinking energy drinks every day, guys. Don't be addicted to energy drinks. If you're watching right now, put it down and get rid of those things, okay? Have a coffee. You know, get something else into you. Energy drinks are horrible. And I see it at my job. People come into work, the first thing they're drinking in the day is an energy drink. That's freaking horrible for you guys, man. You think being young doing it, you can get away with this stuff. You can't, man. Put those energy drinks down, guys. A lot of help a lot of these people need, and I'm willing to give them information, and at the end of the day, it's your choice. You're free. You can do what you want, man. But who wouldn't want to make the right decision based on their health?
Flying Dagger says, bone broth all the way.
Bone broth all the way, boys.
Flavio says, black coffee is way better.
I put a little bit of milk. That's it. A little bit of milk. No cream, no sugar. But I had one coffee, I think, in a month. I got away from coffees even just to zero down my sleep. But it's not bad. It's actually really good for prostate. So men should drink coffee. If you can handle it and your sleep's not affected by it, drink coffee and drink as much as coffee as you want. It's actually pretty good for you. Bone broth all the way though, boys. Bone broth all the way.
Reading, welcome.
Finish that bone broth.
JCJ says the only thing you're going to be smoking is your edible.
And no, in combat, even in the army, I'm not going to be grabbing a 14-inch dagger, a huge freaking knife. Normally, they're going to be 8 to 11 inches long. That's the missile strike by Tops. It's a sick knife I would take into combat with me, and that's probably as big as I would get it. You can check out that one. It's super, super nice. It's got the desert tan camo, the missile strike.
Chandler, welcome. Johnny, welcome.
See, if you guys notice too, I throw, you can, like these positions of my knives, right? My stance is like this for fighting, right? My non-dominant hand is forward. My dominant hand is behind. But that can get to my knife is quick, right? So I can get to that knife by guarding myself. And I can throw it. If I throw it, my arm is naturally crossing as a follow through to my other knife, right? There's 2 knives I can get to in a combo. Very easy, very comfortable, very fast. That's why these are in these positions. One's a little lower, one's a little higher. I like to follow through right in there. I don't want to be reaching down here. This feels unnatural to me to go down here. Way more natural. A couple inches can mean so much. A couple inches can mean life or death.
JCJ would like to know, can you throw regular knives like that, or is that more difficult, like kitchen knives, etc.?
I wouldn't throw light knives. Kitchen knives are light. They're brittle. I've thrown kitchen knives, but they're not a knife to throw. This is probably light like a kitchen knife. Screwdrivers are not heavy. They're very light, under 100 grams. I think this is about 60 grams. We'll throw this no spin. Can it be wet? Anything. You can throw a rock, a stick, it's going to be deadly. So don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place. If you're in your kitchen and all you have is a kitchen knife, grab it. Right? But no, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to throw something with weight. A lot of people in the knife throwing community talk about light knives. They like light knives. Keep that competition. Don't recommend a light knife for combat. That's not going to penetrate. Light knives don't penetrate as much. Like when you look at ninjas, when they throw those light pencil-looking Bow Shurikens, they're for distractions. They're only meant so they can deploy their sword. It's to give them that extra second to deploy their sword. It is not an attack that's going to even do damage. It's just something to get to the knife, get to the sword that will cause the damage they need. So light weapons, from throwing nowadays, no, I wouldn't recommend that. Like, you're carrying around ninja stars and stuff. I'm sorry, man. Like, you're a wannabe ninja in this, like, it's modern, right? We're modern. So in war, in battle, again, you want to carry as little as possible. So have the right knives on you. You're going to have more ammunition and grenades, smoke grenades. You're going to have the things that are going to save your life quick and easy. And then you're going to have a knife or two on you, probably. That's it. Maybe even just one knife in combat, right? Most likely you're going to have a folder. And I'm never going to throw a folder. My folder would be my last resort, right? Because it's not something you even want to use in combat. Folding knives fold. They fold, right? You better have the best locking mechanism in that folder, because if you're using it in combat, you don't want that to fold on your freaking fingers. But let's throw the screwdriver, no spin.
Chandler says hi.
It's a different, hey Chandler, how you doing, buddy? Bud, your freaking neighbor's a soldier. Been a while since I've thrown this, but I know it's in my mind, it's in my muscle memory. Just zero it in. This is a way different grip. Handles like this too. Thick handles like this, you're gonna grip it different. Hold on. It's got rubber, it's got all this different stuff. Why I don't want to throw light knives, right? I can pick up any knife with the right weight and throw it. Light knives, you don't feel it. I was talking this with a buddy of mine recently, talking about light knives, and I don't know why people like it. Maybe they're just weaker. Because light knives, you can't feel them. It's harder to have that muscle connection with it, because you just don't. I don't feel it. It's a feather in my hand. When you throw it, it's so much easier to just rotate and fly around in an awkward. You want to throw it no spin, it's a lot more challenging. You don't want to have room for error in a life and death situation. You want to have something you can rely on. This light knives aren't reliable. Light knives suck. I trained for about a day or two throwing this thing, got really good, and then I gave up on it. It's just not my training I want to do. But I'll get it. I'll dial it in.
What is the highest distance you can shoot with iron sights?
Highest distance you can shoot with iron sights?
Iron sights.
Babe, none of that. Maybe he spelled that wrong. Iron sights? What's the highest distance you can shoot with iron sights? I've shot, being infantry, I was up to 500 meters just with a normal rifle. No snipers, nothing like that I had trained with. But 100 meters, we trained a lot. I can hit a bullet inside of a bullet hole at 100 meters, moving target or not. That's our comfortable zone, really, when we're infantryers. When we get into our special trades, you'll then specialize in a certain weapon. But 100 meters was comfortable, but we played all the way past. We were at 200, 300, 400, 500 meters, I remember. I'm trying to remember if I went up to 1,000 meters, because it's a long time ago, too. Can it do damage? Yes, but I would not recommend it because when you're throwing at somebody, they're not naked. They have clothing. They have jackets. They have vests. They got stuff going on, jewelry, things that you can't see in their pocket, wallets, right? You don't know exactly where you're throwing and what you're hitting, so you want to have the best opportunity. And that means have a live edge. It's going to penetrate more than a false edge knife. I've done things that other knife throwers try to do. What I did with a false edge knife, they couldn't. They grabbed a live edge knife and they were able to. It's just easier to penetrate. So if you have a weapon and you're carrying around as your everyday carry, and if you're a knife thrower, put a freaking live edge on it, guys. Don't be stupid. That's just stupid in my opinion. I don't understand it. It's like you want it for when the time comes. So why not make it the best it can be? And that means put a live edge on it, man. Like, Brandon, bro, you have your freaking... A lot of people are following your lead, man. Put a live edge on this bad boy. Put a live edge on this 8.5 inches of danger. Create a live edge right here. Put a live edge on that bad boy, guys. Put a freaking live edge on it. It's easy to do. Alright, we stuck this. I'm over it. Hey, honey, what's up?
Mom's stuck a challenge. She wants more.
Oh.
What do you think about axe throwing? And you're going to be running the wheel tonight.
We can run the wheel always, but I stopped a little bit on making the knives. I have some steel I can make, so if you guys wanted to do a knife, we can do a knife. I do my lightning bolts. I was going to make a new lightning bolt. I was going to make one today, but my training, I'm getting serious this year again. And I'm going to get real freaking, probably not as many trick shots. On holidays, we'll do trick shots. If you guys request, we're going to do trick shots. I don't consider pinning moving targets anymore a trick shot. We're going to be doing a lot of that still, but that's just part of training throwing weapons. But yeah, we can do a freaking wheel. We can definitely do a wheel. Let me know. If you donate 10, I'll put your name on the wheel, and we can do that. It's always going to be $10 a spot for one knife. I have t-shirts. Pedro bought a t-shirt, so you guys can get a hold of me. I got a guy to make t-shirts, merchandise. All the designs and stuff are made and ready to go. So you just let me know your size and what colors you want, and I can get you that as well. I should be able to always do a wheel. Whenever you guys want to do a wheel, we'll do a wheel. Three M's on the board. 3 M's on the board, just like that. 3M, no. It's just like, I want to get on the wheel. Let's bring a wheel out. There's no problem at all that I come out tomorrow, make a knife, and send it off to you guys the next day or two. No problem at all. No problem at all. You guys know the knives. You can see them on my channel. So if you need to, everybody give a shout out to freaking 3M Forge for giving you guys a membership. 3M, I think that's 3 spots, right? You know, so just give me the numbers you want. You got the first on the wheel, my man. Jesus was a Jew. You know, I'm not a Zionism type of guy. Israel has gotten messy. They throughout scriptures, they've gotten themselves further away from God, and they do some things that aren't good. But that doesn't mean I turn on them, right? They need the gospel. They need the Messiah just like everyone else. They missed it though. They missed that. They didn't see Jesus as their Messiah, right? Their final high priest. That's Jesus. So I have, and I represent, and I support them in that way. If you're a Jew, you're like everyone else, right? Galatians 1:8, it says there's no longer male or female, Jew or Gentile, slave or free. We're all equal in Jesus Christ. We're all considered equal now, right? There is no difference, right? Once the age of grace came, the New Testament, We count our blessing because the Jews were grafted out of the olive tree, but they're going to come back. God's going to call his people back. He has already called them back to their land. They're the only country in the world that got their land without a military, right? So they had the 6-day war a little shortly after they got their land in 1954, 1956. So I have them, and a lot of people turn against them, and that's not what we're supposed to be as Christians. We should be respecting that they fell away from God so that we as Gentiles can give it a chance. When they come back, they're going to get their own olive tree. But right now, we were grafted into that olive tree as Gentiles. And so I'm not going to turn against them for that. I'm not going to hold them against it or hold that. They're not doing. We're all sinners, man. We're all messed up. We've all made some bad choices. So 3 a.m. Did I see that you do just one spot? Okay. What's your number, my man? Everybody in the chat, shout out to 3 a.m. He's my next moderator. So thank you for joining the team. Thank you for accepting that for me, man. You've been such a great addition in my life. So not to make this cheesy, you already know how much I appreciate you. Welcome to the team, brother. He wants number 1. You get number 1. Boom. Just like that, my man. The wife's also going to go grab the flag and show you. Hopefully she remembers that. She's in there helping the kids out. So I'll show you a knife that you're gonna get similar to this. This is my first one I ever did. You're gonna get a knife similar to this. This had more of the straight edges that I'm going to be doing with the new knives. So this to me looks more like a lightning bolt. This is my type of design. That's my one of a kind. You're not going to get another one in the world like that, really. So this is what we're going to be raffling off. We got 3 a.m. starting the wheel up. I think a few others are too. And I made 3 a.m. a moderator.
Welcome, 3 a.m.
Helping you out.
Welcome to the fam jam. Another 30 grams going down.
Another 30 grams. Got some peanuts.
No,
Nothing but
this.
peanuts. Oh, there you go.
Ooh-wee. It's cold out there. I'll take spot 11. That's Flavio B.
Flavio B in the house. Going for another win. Isn't that cool? Joining in and just winning over $100 worth of stuff coming your way. That's pretty cool, my man. I love that I can do that to you guys. I should have made the knife already today for this, babe. I knew I wanted to. They asked and they received. There's no problem asking, you guys. Whoever the winner is, just going to have to take a screenshot of your name, and if you haven't won before, send me that, proving it to you with your email, and I will send you a custom lightning bolt knife within the next day or two. And then I will email you the tracking number. I pay for everything, shipping and handling, import fees. All you're doing is paying for a spot on the wheel for a chance to win. I don't know, there's knife throwers. Guys, there's something about grabbing a knife and throwing it, and I'm talking about a real knife. And being able to throw that thing just as good as a freaking Ace Jet Stinger. There's something about it, it's just way more, I get my jellies going way more. I get my jellies going way more when I do it.
Did you see 3 a.m. gifted 5
Yeah, that's what got him a spot on the
memberships.
wheel.
Okay.
He's the man. And I'm getting more. I got emojis coming like crazy. I'm trying to make those cool. If there's emojis you guys don't like, let me know. I'll get rid of them. If there's emojis you guys do like, let me know and I'll make them. And I'm going to be giving away a lot of stuff for members. In fact, I have a t-shirt I can do a giveaway for a member right now. I want to go in and get it because I don't know if we washed it. Yeah, there's 2 red ones that I have that I wanted to grab.
Andre says, my Sicilian Canadian friend, come sta? How are you?
Come sta? Bene, brother, bene. Wow, we got another Sicilian in the chat.
Andre, who's been here before?
Yes, Andre. Good to see you, my man. Oh, good to have my Italian boys here. We made a homemade pesto sauce today, passed down from the family. My wife got the recipe. I was doing it first. Now we made so much pesto. Oh man, pesto is one of my favorite things. We had all these pesto plants. My entire kitchen today was just smelling like basil.
Oh,
One of my
smells
favorite
so good.
smells is basil. Like basil, fresh basil off of a plant. There's nothing like it. I'm gonna go grab a t-shirt. I'm gonna do a giveaway for a member right now. Give me 4 minutes max.
No Stolen Valor here. He's been actively serving for over 20 years now. Be sure to check out the description. Well, welcome to the channel and the live tonight. Happy Saturday. James, we are working on that emoji. He has one ready. I'll be right back, guys. He's just going to get a shirt for a membership only giveaway. Pesto is so amazing, James. You gotta try it. I love putting pesto on chicken, topping it off with sun-dried tomato and goat cheese. It is the best. Get 2 pieces of chicken. I think Hunter is trying to say it's skipping a little bit. I don't know from the wind out there,
Oh,
but
because the song changed. Maybe it's that. That doesn't sound like what I...
it says it's breaking up. We're having a pretty crazy windstorm out there right now, so I don't know if that's could be causing it.
It should be dying down. It's not too bad now. All right, so we got the t-shirt to give away. I have the flag. The wife forgot to get it. It's okay.
Oh, sorry.
So here's the flag. All right, we got have it the right way? Everybody that donates out of the kindness of your heart, we have put you on a flag. All your names. We're going to fill this thing up because we're not going anywhere on this channel. We're going to fill this thing up. Everybody that gives, I give back a little bit. Even if it's just something like this, where you're going to be on this for the rest of my life. I'm going to take this everywhere I go. It's going to be in the lives. Your names are going to be going everywhere when we go. I also, with giveaways, most likely, you don't even know. If you're just giving to me in the kindness of your heart, I'm going to put you on the wheel. You're going to be like, what? Yeah, you got a chance to win something. That's how it works in my head. if you give the right amount. If you give $2 because you just want to support me, I appreciate it, and I'll put you on the flag. I'll let you know. If you give a little bit more, I'll be able to put your name on the wheel, and you can win a $100 more knife. But that's up to you. Like, I'm not asking. I never ask. I'm just offering. Otherwise, it's all for free, guys. Otherwise, it's all for free, guys. How's the quality now?
It is skipping a lot.
I wonder why, hey? Let's give it a second here. Let's just do that for a second here. We don't need necessarily that. All right, and for the t-shirt for my members, we got one of the original ones that I made. Now that I got some new ones coming, these ones are going to be the OGs. So this is my design, and it's an athletic. It's very stretchy. This one's large. My daughter wore one of these to school, so I mean it fits probably from XL all the way down to smalls. So yes, this is a large for me. I'm 210 pounds. This is tight. I like tight. I like it nice and muscular. I'm Italian. That just goes with it. Tight. And but this will fit a lot of people. So if you're a member, you're in the chat, write coolest. I'm going to give my wife a pen and paper. Here's the paper. Whoever writes coolest and is a member, write their name on that.
Hold on, let me find a pen first, guys.
I got pens right here. I got pencils and pens galore right here.
All right, hand them over.
So if you're a member, write coolest in the chat. There you go, hon.
Oh, you guys are on that, eh? Like, no hesitation.
If you are a member, coolest in the chat, and I will send that out to you for free. No freaking nothing extra. Nothing. Not a penny. Not a penny! Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. All right, I got these new targets today. Let's throw one of these targets up. How's the quality? Is that music maybe causing it to skip a bit? Maybe?
Buddy said it was skipping a little bit. It's not really that bad. I think it's just the wind out there, babe.
So only if their name is blue. Oh, no, sorry, green.
Yeah.
Green. So I know JCWK, it's only for members. If you're a member of the channel, I'm going to be giving away stuff all the time to members. Like, I'm not asking you to be a member, but if you're supporting me at the lowest amount, you're going to be able to get free stuff. That's just the way it's going to be. Certain videos I make, previews will be also made just for members to get it a little bit early. But for the most part, the biggest benefit for members is you're going to be getting free merchandise, free knives regularly. So right now, we only have, the last I checked, I had 86 members. Thank you to 3AM Forged. And all of them, we might have a ton of members later on. You have a good chance to win right now if you're a member. And if you're on live, right? If you're live, you're watching me, you're a member, you have a chance to win. Went to Bass Pro Shop today and got some targets. Let's throw the first one up and just snipe it. As many times as this thing disintegrates. Until it disintegrates into nothingness. Staple guns, guys. Get yourself a staple gun if you're into knife throwing. Because they freaking rock.
John Wick, you're the man. John Wick just bought 10 memberships. John Wick, you'll be entered in the shirt giveaway because you are a member as well.
3 a.m., 10 membership. Is that 3 spots on the wheel?
Yeah, 3 a.m. would know. He did this before.
I think that's 3 spots on the wheel.
Oh, we'll do the wheel. Okay, John Wick, make sure you comment coolest.
Like I said, guys, if you're donating to the channel, you're going to get a chance to win stuff, right? You'll get a hang of it. You'll see. Let me know the numbers you want. Number 1 and number 11 have already been picked. There's only 14 numbers, so pick anything you want, just not 1 and 11. Thanks, John Wick, bro. Let me know if that has arrived yet. I did send you a tracking number, so you'll probably get it Monday, in my opinion, my guess. My guess is you'll get it Monday. And that is I gotta be honest, and I'm sorry to everyone else, but that number, 25, John Wick won my custom knife number 25. That's the nicest one so far.
10 spots is $29.99.
So that's 3 spots.
Okay.
Thank you, John Wick, brother. You get 3 spots on the wheel, my man.
Did you guys buy the wheel?
Yeah, we bought that wheel.
Yes, we ordered it.
I bought everything for the channel, man, based on a military salary.
John Wick, please pick 3 spots on the wheel, and also comment coolest to be entered in the t-shirt giveaway. And he says he got his package on Friday.
You did?
Yeah,
Awesome.
we got it yesterday.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I thought if you didn't get it, coming Monday.
Yeah, that one had shipping. So
I'm gonna have to
it was
write
faster.
this down. 10 spots is 30. 5 spots then. It's either 50. Yeah, it's 15 then.
Here.
I would rather you guys, if you do want a spot on the wheel, to do the memberships because it does give me more. YouTube takes 30% of the super chats, but if you do it through memberships, I'll get more, and then you'll be able to get more spots. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. 45 likes. Yeah. There we go.
We're at 46. That's what it says on my end.
That's what it says on your end, eh? As soon as John Wick has picked 3 spots, I'll put his name on here. I love 14. I love this wheel. You know, I can use, once I get a computer set up, I'm going to have really this dialed in to a good live stream. 14 spots gives you more of a chance to win.
Here, I wrote this down for you so you can have it close by.
What is it?
The membership prices.
Oh. Oh, you looked it up, eh?
Yeah, it's right
Okay.
here in front of me. Random spots and coolest. Alright, pick 3 random spots for John Wick.
3 random spots.
John Wick.
Well, it landed on 14, so let's do John Wick on one of these.
Okay, give him 10's my friend.
Number 10.
Yep. And 7 is my lucky number.
Number 7.
There you go, John Wick. And you are in for the t-shirt.
I'll give everybody, the members to win the t-shirt. I'll give everybody, let's say it's 9:55 at 10 o'clock, 10:30, 10:15, 10:15.
It's 10:40 or 9:45 now.
It's 9:45?
Yeah.
My watch here says 10:55, 9:55.
Yeah, you're
I'm
just
off, eh? I'm off, okay. Because it goes through all my ships in different countries.
Yeah.
It just freaking messes the time up. And so if it's 9:45 at 10 o'clock, we'll pick a winner. So keep reminding members, put coolest in the chat. My wife's gonna write down your name.
Yep.
And we're gonna draw a winner. For the shirt, free charge. For my members only. Alright, here we go. We're just gonna snipe that target until it falls off. Alright, here we go.
Hunter, it should be in the super chat. Be able to scroll down and see membership.
Hunter should be a member.
He is. He just says he can't figure out the memberships.
Oh, I love how the first one's like a dead bullseye. Right there beside it. I hit the bullseye. The red is marked. Mm-hmm. Yep. It just makes it a little bit funner. I want to get zombie targets. We have some ideas. My wife bought a bunch of these heads today. And just that's the only hint.
James. Oh, sorry.
James, what? It's okay, honey.
James says, I'm picking Rochelle's lucky number next time I get to put on the wheel. Because I let Josh choose and I didn't win.
Do the opposite of what you think. If that's what you want to do, then that's just the opposite of what you want to do then.
Flavio says he can only see super chat and super stickers.
So you have to in the settings, I believe you have to turn on memberships. If you don't turn on memberships and we're gifting out memberships, you won't get it. So you have to be able to turn that setting on.
Yeah, Flavio was gifted a membership because he's green, but he can't see where to buy memberships.
Maybe someone can help him out because I'm unsure as well. Make that second one count.
Andre, I see your comments about the wheel. I look at those colors as totally different thing. So my God presented the rainbow colors to let us know we would never flood the world again. Yeah, John Wick couldn't find it on his iPhone, so he went to a Samsung and he found it. So that could be the thing there too, Flavio. It could be an Apple thing.
Yeah. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. Let's get some. Yeah, when I click the money symbol, memberships come up. And that's an apple.
Flavio, did you put coolest in the chat to be entered?
That paper's going to be coming down soon. When I throw with purpose. Personally, when it comes to fast draw, I would rather pull it out and give me a split extra second to get the proper grip, the proper throw. You don't want to waste a throw. So in combat, I wouldn't be training fast draw. Yes, you want to be able to fast draw and be able to throw in that second. You want to be able to get to your weapon comfortably, but fast draw, the way it's trained for knife throwing competitions. Like now Danger Fest has a fast draw category. So you're going to train that way, right? Train to throw it as fast as you can. But for combat, I would never consider fast draw. Not in combat. Sorry. I'm going to have it ready. I'm going to be able to like pull it out, look, and throw. Make sure I can get it there. That's fast enough. If you need to go faster than that, you messed up. And realistically, you don't need to go faster than that. Because if you do, keep the knife in your hand. Because someone's approaching you. You got surprised. Don't react to throw, react to make the right decision. Give yourself a little bit of a time, you know? Like if you're going to throw a weapon, you're going to throw a weapon, you're going to be able to, for the most part, know. You're not going to be surprised. You're going to probably be the one giving the surprise.
James says Josh is going to have a lot of fun with the box of stuff I'm preparing for him.
James, man, it looks like you got some awesome. Just the cap looked awesome. So I can wear my ball caps, and he got me something to collect the sweat from my ball cap. So that cap will take the sweat and not my ball cap. That's awesome. James, you're the man.
If I comment coolest as a count, do I get to win a shirt?
Yeah.
No, I won't do that.
I'm going to be making you your own, right? For the kids. I'm just dialing it in. It looks like now the next batch I'm getting done this week, including Pedro's, is going to be perfect. I didn't want to, like the ones I'm giving away for free now, yes, they're going to be a little bit different. They're going to be better, but they're still freaking, I wore this one. So the ones everyone's going to be getting, once they purchase them, they'll be brand new. But for members, it could be anything I'm going to give away. It could be some of my personal knives, some of my personal merchandise, or brand new stuff. It's just going to be stuff I can give away to you guys. Because I'm not rich. I'm just, military guy.
Simba, welcome. Yes, we are from Canada. We don't have firearms in the live right now, but we got throwing knives.
I got some fun things over here. I won't bring it too long into the channel. I gotta clean it off.
Yeah, it's very limited. You're right, kill switch. Alright, so we're almost at 10 o'clock. Member only giveaway. Comment coolest in the chat to win a free t-shirt.
If you're a member, put coolest in the chat, just like my wife said. Chance to win this shirt. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. What did we agree we're going to end that at? 10:30?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Okay.
What was that? 9:45. Well, the time flies when I'm with you guys. And I'm a poet and I don't even know it. But no, time flies with you guys. It really does.
So yeah, we're creeping up to 10 o'clock here. We got about 6 minutes. So if you are a member and want to be entered, just comment coolest. Mike, welcome to the live. Double tap that screen if you're just tuning in.
That first knife throw?
Oh, it's in there.
Oh. I've been needing a little bit more warming up on this one, the Steel Eagle. But like, even if I'm hitting somebody, look at this. Because the teeth hit. And it's going to rip your skin off.
I don't know if you guys can hear it. Maybe James does because he's got headphones. But this garage shakes when he throws.
People can hear it, and like I'm sure Dale hears it.
Oh, I hear it inside the house. Ooh.
Yes, I have 4 knives on me.
I have a question for you. What do you think about the possibilities the U.S. are intervening in Iran? I'm curious about your thoughts.
You know, when it comes to war, man, I my opinion doesn't really matter. I don't agree with war. Like, yeah, I'm a soldier. Sometimes good people have to pick up a gun and fight against bad people. It's just the reality we're in. But to know all to understand everything going on, why things happen, right? It's tough to say. It's really tough to say now because the powers that be on this planet, they just aren't telling us everything we need to know. So, stuff like that, man. What do I know? My knowledge, as sad as it is, a lot of people turn just to find the knowledge of God because of how messed up some religions are, including Christianity back in the Dark Ages, right? And it's not like Christians don't continue that. Now that the Bible was printed in different languages, and the Catholicism, the Roman Empire, couldn't control the people with the language of Latin, we can't be fooled anymore in Christianity, right? We can find and have our Bibles, and no one can deceive us to use it against us, to use the Word of God to wage war. Now that's not the same said for Islam. They continued from when they started to now wage war. They spread based on force and war, not based on peace, love, and truth. And that's what Jesus is. His message was spread and started on peace and love. Jesus was nailed to the cross. He died for the truth he brought because he was God in the flesh. His truth is he's God in the flesh. He's the only sacrifice. He's the sacrificial lamb. He's the only one that can atone for our sins. So he did it himself, everything for us. But that's not the same truth for every other religion. And religions in Iran and those Islamic states, they're the reasons why we see war. There's some messed up stuff going on over there. And you have to be over there, and I hear it from people that come back. I hear it. I know they're not lying to me. I know what goes on over there. I had one of my pastors of my church. He was an ex-infantry officer, and some of the things that he said that they did, like, it's just the morals of these people are different. And when we see a country like the States, Canada, or others going into these places, my speculation and knowledge, it's based on the messed up things they're doing there to the innocent people. When we talk about the war in Gaza, Israel, and the Palestinians, like, this isn't Israel wanting to. They didn't start it. Yeah, maybe they're doing more than they should, but they didn't. Man, look at all the attacks on them before this happened. It's almost daily. Rockets coming into their freaking land, killing them. The whole thing started with all them innocent people, and people just destroyed and raped and killed. And everyone thinks it's like they started it. They didn't start nothing, man. They've been the most persecuted and the most attacked country and people ever. They're surrounded. 7 points. They're surrounded by enemies. No one can say that that's their land. It's their land, man, historically. It's their land. It's the longest document historically we have is the Bible. Islam was written 900 years after the Gospel of John. 900 years after the Gospel of John. That should be enough said right there. Of course, the Quran, the Hadith share a lot of what the Bible says. Because you can't hide the Bible. The truth of the Bible is there. It's discovered in 25,000+ archaeological discoveries proving the Bible. All the way to some of the oldest kings like David. The law of Abraham. Like, it's undeniable truth. It's just, the way people want to look at it without the knowledge. Yeah, religions cause war. I don't want anything to do it. Your God's just one who just kills people and is innocent. He's a freaking war hungry. No, you're not seeing. You're not understanding what's going on. You're not really knowledgeable to give me a reason that I should be listening to. I went off on a little tangent there, but for the most part, when I talk about countries over there, the Bible has a lot of prophecy, and there was 3 main countries, I believe, that never made an alliance in history. And the Bible says in the end, these countries are going to come together to wage war against Israel. These countries never made an alliance before. One of the countries, I believe, is Iran, Russia, which was Magog in the Bible, and China. And I think in 2016 or something, they made an alliance. Never happened before. So when we talk about Iran, they're playing a big role in the end times. We're in those times. They have already made their alliance. Israel and Iran have already been threatening, right? The birth pains are these rumors of wars, the threats and all this stuff going on. It's already going on. This is the birth pains. We should be thinking about what the Bible has to say, because everything it prophesies comes true. Not one thing. Thousands of prophecies the Bible has made, because it's God's word. That's one of the things he used to prove he's God. He works outside of time. He knows the future. So he's going to tell us what's going to happen before it happens, so that when it happens, we can believe. These things were written thousands of years ago, and they're the most accurate news we have. Is just what the Bible says is going to happen in these times. We're living in those times. Unlike anyone else, people always thought the end was going to come. Yeah, Book of John shows it. There was antichrists coming out of their church, because he's like, we're in the final hours. That's how I know, because antichrists are leaving my church. The final hours. Well, 1 hour, 1 day is like 1,000 to God. So, or 1,000 days to us is like 1 to God. So the time is different written there, I believe. But what we can be in is the final seconds. We're in the final seconds. If 2,000+ years ago, they were in the final hour. So we got to be really serious like this. There's days, if not months, if not years left. That's it.
So we are past 10 o'clock now.
Okay.
I have all of our membership names here. We'll put it in a bowl. Get a good shake
Everyone's
up.
name is in it. You can come right in front of the camera and show. You want me to do it? I can do it. And I'll give you the name and you can show it if you don't want to come in front.
I'll let you hold the bowl up and I'll pick it.
Okay. She put them in. All your names that you guys did are all in here.
Yep.
So we're gonna pick a name and then we're going to let you guys see it.
Ready?
Yep. Good luck, everybody. Thank you for being a member, guys. A little bit I can do. I'm gonna do more and more. Trust me, I'm gonna do more and more. Things are just getting started here. She got the winner. You can unfold it to them.
All right, guys. And the lucky winner is... Oh, man. Flying Dagger Crew official.
Flying Dagger
Congratulations, Flying Dagger.
Crew. Yeah, buddy.
You have won, so we just asked you to give Josh an email tonight with your shipping address, and we will have that shipped off tomorrow morning.
Hunter Keene was the first one to get a t-shirt. He sent me a picture holding my lightning bolt, wearing the t-shirt.
Yes, he did.
That meant amazing. That meant a lot to me. Flying Dagger Crew, if you can grab one of the knives. I think you've won them before, bro.
Yes, he has.
With this shirt on and send me a picture. That would mean the world to me, man. I believe I sent you a gift again before. I know I have. So just send me an email and give me the address again because I got a lot of emails, so I buried them. And I'll be able to send this out to you tomorrow or Monday. Free of charge, bro. Thank you again.
Congratulations, Flying Dagger.
There we go. Second or third? Third shirt. Because 3 AM Forge won well, I just gave him one last time because he was doing so much for the channel in the wheel last week. Thank you. Always a way to find a way to thank you guys. They're just giving to you too, not just saying it. All right. Yes, some of the ones I'm giving away right now, I wore that shirt, so it's a little personal too, but it's like brand new. The quality of shirt is unreal. I love those shirts. They feel so good.
John Wick also said he's going to send you a picture with his shirt and knives.
That's awesome. Thank you, bro. That, again, guys, like, over time, I'm going to be putting together a collage of all your pictures framed. I can't see with the light. I need an address book. Yeah. I'm getting all the late. Can you show me on yours?
Nice comment.
Yo, I'm holding down NORAD. Bro, I'm military, bro. As funny as it looks, you've missed a lot if you're just tuning in and seeing me act like this. You know, I'm a nice guy. At the end of the day, I'm not going to just act like my freaking killer self that I am all the time. But I'm a soldier for 20 years. I throw knives, I throw weapons, and this is a channel to share that. So am I holding down NORAD? I'm holding them down, of course. Like, you know, when you're a soldier, I don't know everyone's mind, but for me, I joined at a very young age. At a very young age, I got obsessed with being a soldier. That's why I joined at 16 as soon as I could. And I joined as an infanteer. I wanted to freaking war right from the beginning of my childhood. And my mind, God might do that for some of us. We're born into a role. And I felt like that was my role right from the day I could think. And my whole life has been training for battle. I love knives, always had knives, weapons, guns, martial arts, everything you can imagine I've done. And then now I got into knives over 10 years ago. After about 4 years of me being obsessed with knives and bushcraft activities, all that type of stuff, I got into throwing them. It was just another thing I can do with that tool to master it. And throwing them turned into more than what I thought it would. I love throwing knives, and that's what I do. I'm dressed like I would if I would go to war, and I'm trained that way. You know, obviously, knife throwing is a last resort, but I can do it very, very quick, fast, and deadly. I will, and that's just being able to do more in a war situation than anyone. And of course, that's an option I have to keep myself safe and others safe. I'm going to do it. And that's the way my mind thinks. I want to be able to do as much as I can possibly do and take advantage of my health and fitness to do those things. So, yeah, that's what the heck is going on here. I train people. I give people the knowledge they need to take certain things serious and more realistic, have a more realistic approach to how they need to think tactically when it comes to throwing weapons, hand-to-hand combat, in combat situations or street life situations. In the street life, I was a drug dealer back in the day. I've had guns pulled on me. I've been in situations where I used those thoughts and how I would handle the streets. And knife throwing is, again, the last resort, but it's part of my thinking of what I would do in self-defense situations, in combat or outside of combat, protecting my family, my house, people, a church, a school, anything. As a soldier in the Canadian military, I would be arrested if I wouldn't do anything. And if there was a threat, an attack, and I was around, if I didn't do anything, I would be arrested. If I was caught there, I would be arrested. I have to do something when it comes to protecting the people, the civilians, protecting the country. I am forced to do stuff or else I'm imprisoned. So this is just another option for me to do something. If there's an attacker and I see an attacker and he's far away and he could kill that person before I reach them, I might throw a weapon, grab my next weapon, and run. I'd be freaking running as fast as I can at that person. After I threw a weapon, I'd be throwing it, running at that person, putting myself under pressure to do what I got to do. And would I do that in that situation? There's many situations we got to think about when we start thinking about combat. One of those situations is what I just mentioned. There's an attacker down an alleyway, down in a room. I hear screams. I'm going to approach that. I'm always carrying multiple knives on me. I could be in the military. I have a weapon. I have a gun. I'm going to use that first, of course. That's why I consider this last resort. In the streets of Canada, I'm going to have knives. I'm not going to have a handgun. I'm not going to be carrying around a crossbow. I'm not going to have axes. I'm going to have a knife. That's more realistic. If I'm walking into Walmart, if I'm walking into a grocery store, I'm going to have knives. No one's going to see them. I can just walk in and have multiple knives on me. Something happens, you want to be having something on you can defend yourself with or defend someone else with. That's why knives are an awesome weapon. They can be with you all the time. One knife for life, right? That's Top's logo. So we train for that type of stuff here all the time, right? I'm not going to run from battle, right? I'm trained not to. I'm not allowed to. Some of us are different than others. In the knife throwing community, that's not the case for them. They're unrealistic 9 times out of 10 when they talk about combat. They don't even carry around a live edge knife. I'm sorry, but they're just not realistic, smart, well-informed. They don't even want to be, it's like they don't even want to be. They push people like me who have the training and experience away. When it's like, welcome those type of people. We don't want to look at knife throwing in a combat thing. And a lot of people, we want to be the ones that throw knives in backyard stuff. Okay, then maybe make it more professional. Stop doing drinking and drugs and make it a party and do it like a sport. Because that's what you want. But they don't. They're so double standard and not smart in a lot of the ways they do things. But knife throwing combat is a different thing, and that's what we do here. We're a real deal Holyfield here, buddy. You better believe it, man. You better believe it. Real deal Holyfield.
John Wick's going to be taking off soon because he's waking up for the 6 a.m. Canadian hockey game on the Olympics.
Is that the gold medal tomorrow?
Yeah.
I sadly have not watched one. Guys, I used to be into hockey and I still play hockey. I've just gone away from sports. So, last, like 5 years now?
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
I watch the odd, trust me, I'm watching all the highlights. Every game, I'm showing my kids too. I'm watching all the highlights. At work, if the game's on, I'm plugged into it.
I actually think the kids have watched more than us because the school's been playing it.
Yeah. We don't have TV. I'm not in front of a TV all day. I'm always working, training. I'm out with the kids, tobogganing, out with the kids, doing stuff. I'm not a guy to be around the TV much. As much as that's important and that's cool, just not for me anymore, man. I don't know. That's weird. It's just because I was such an athlete my whole life. I just played sports my whole life.
He says it starts at 8 a.m. there, but he needs to get up and early to meal prep. I think it's Hunter. He keeps asking what gun is holstered.
What gun is over there? It's a M16 replica. So a C7, but it's more of an M16 because it doesn't have the scope. Canada's have a scope. I put a red dot laser on it, so it has a scope, but it's not a magnified scope. It's just a red dot. Don't know why I was going in that one. That shouldn't be insulting the stuff I say too. If you guys are watching from the community, don't get freaking butthurt about the things I say.
Oh, there definitely is a few.
You know, I get dislikes on all my videos. I see you guys hitting the dislike button. Like, there's nothing to dislike. This is the truth. Comment, argue with me. You're someone coming from a chair who's never done any training for combat, and you're gonna argue with a guy who's 20 years in the military, who's faced combat, done it. Like what world are you in? In the knife throwing community, there's an interest of combat knife throwing. Don't push that away. Accept it, embrace it, but be realistic about it and welcome the ones that are doing this for a living. Welcome them. Don't push guys away because you don't like my Jesus flag. You don't like how I freaking talk. I tell it like it is. I'm not afraid to talk about the truth, and I don't want people to be given information that's going to get them hurt. I want to give people the best information possible. I want to give them the truth, and I'm not going to walk on eggshells doing it. I'm going to use people, if they're putting them videos out there, they're putting the information out there, even if it's the wrong information, I'm going to use them as examples. If you put your content out there, expect people to critique it. Expect people to use it. We're going to learn from using examples. You're an example. If you're teaching people how to talk combat, I'm going to use you. If you got 100,000 views, you're affecting and influencing 100,000 people. And you're giving them the wrong information. You're not giving them the best information. You're just trying to blow up your ego, blow up yourself. That's where I come in and say, yo, fight me. Fight me. At the end of the day, freaking fight me. Like, I'm going to tell them the truth. You get mad about it, fight me. Like, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have to put you down. You're going to be scared. Outside of your computer, face to face with me, you're not going to want to fight me. 100%. 100%. Knife throwing community, you're not going to want to fight me. 100%. I'm not trying to act tough. You're not going to want to fight me. Okay, you think you're a ninja, you're not going to want to fight me in person. But behind a computer screen, you act like a keyboard warrior. But you shouldn't. I'm saying all this because that's what I've gotten in the last 5 years of being a knife thrower and trying to be nice to the community. Yes, I come at it from a different angle with combat, and I'm a soldier for 20 years, man. I'm born in. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's what I think. My wife even had a hard time in the beginning dating me because that's all I do. That's all I think about. That's all I do. It's hard to get me out of that. You know what helped me get out of that? Having girls. I had to have my children first. Once I had 2 girls that were little babies, I wasn't perfect at the beginning, but that's what led me away from 100% of the time being a freaking warrior. All the time. Couldn't even think otherwise. Had those girls, they changed my life. But that's just back away from my girls. I'm myself. I'm this guy who's just all about that stuff. That's just all I know. I can't even think about leaving the military because that's all I know. I'm afraid to leave the military. I almost lost my job because I'm not vaccinated. I almost lost my job in the military because I didn't want to get it. So I was fighting for my life in a moment, trying to think about what the frick am I going to do? I'm about to lose my job. I don't know anything else. And I have to support my family. I'm about to lose my job. I don't know anything else. That was the hardest time of my life. And here I am, fought through it. God saved me. God saved me, not the military. God saved me. He kept me. Gave me what I needed. Give him all the glory for that. So I'm still able to support my family. I'm a rare breed in Canada. But anyways, tangent. One thing leads to another. The knife throwing community doesn't need to fight me, man. You don't need to be upset with me, you guys hitting the dislike button. Yes, I'm using people you love and you're fans of as examples. I know I'm saying this and that gets you pissed when I say it, but that's the reality. You guys love certain people. You hold them in as an idol. You put them on a pedestal. And even though they're giving you the wrong information, you love them. What they say they like and who's the best, you follow their lead and say, yeah, they're the best. We like them too. you're not even true to yourself, man. You're just following who you like because you want to fit in high school with your little crowd. You're a follower. You're not a leader, you know. And that's sad to see a lot of people taking that road. I see it, and I'm a guy who wants to give people the truth. So I have a hard time seeing it because I'm like, that's not right. That's not honest. That's not the information you guys need. If you're a knife thrower and you do competitions, stay in your arena. Adam Cheladine, stay in your arena. You're not a combat knife thrower. Adam Cheladine, you're not a combat knife thrower. Stay in your arena. I love you, bro. I love you, though. That's just aggressively saying the truth. No offense. I love you. I love you, bro. You're a freaking guy that got me into knife throwing. But stay in your arena. You're not a combat knife thrower. Brandon, you're not a combat knife thrower. You can throw a knife in combat. If you got into a situation, threw a knife, you can probably kill buddy. But you're not combat. You're not combat. You're not trained combat. You have no belts in martial arts. You have no experience in combat. You're not combat, bro. Stay in your arena. You're a freaking pro knife thrower who can throw any way possible competition. You don't even carry around a live edge the EDC thrower. You're not combat, bro. Don't get mad at me, man. I love you. That's just the truth. Some people need to stay in their arena. I'm staying in my arena. I'm not training people on my channel how to throw in a competition. Do I understand it? Yeah, I can understand it. Tell people the truth based on the knowledge I get from people who train for competition. So if you're going to train people for combat, get the information from the ones who train for combat. Don't push those guys away. Like, get pushed out of the community when you guys should be embracing people like me. You know, I was saying to my wife, I get stupid comments from people like, you're not a good thrower. This guy's a better thrower than you. Like, bro, like, it's like, I'm not saying I am. There's like, why would a guy in the NHL talk to somebody in the Pee Wee? Talk to somebody in a novice league, you know, AHL. Like, I'm in a different league than you. You're saying something like that, bro. I'm not even in the league that you're in. You'll never be in that league. And you want to talk about somebody in that league. Sure, man, everyone's given an opinion, and what you're visually seeing, I don't think it's true and honest, but whatever, man. Cry, baby, so sad and sweet. Cry, baby, cry, baby.
Cry, baby, loves.
Yo, cry, babies.
Cries.
I know you guys watch. Probably watching right now. Like Brandon would say to his haters, man, suck it. I think the guy, they're saying, you're just a better thrower than you. It's like, bro, I did every challenge. That guy talks a lot. I did every one of his challenges that he called people out and smashed them in his challenges. Guy can't do, he's better than me.
Stretch it out.
I don't care about being better anymore. Talk to Brandon, he helped me out. Stay true to yourself. That's what I'm doing now. I'm staying true to myself. I'm staying true to myself. Sometimes people gotta talk controversial things. You don't be afraid of those stuff. I'm not. I never was. I wanted to be accepted. Sadly, I wanted to be accepted in the community. And I started to not be who I am. I'm back. I'm back, boys. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Woo! I'm freaking back, baby. You don't like it? For the last 6 years, you haven't been doing nothing for me. You don't like it? That's okay.
Get Silas in the picture more. People.
Come on, buddy.
Silas
Come on, buddy. He's like Dad's alpha male right now, bro. Dad's alpha male right now. Yo, buddy. Hi, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? Look at this buddy. Look at this buddy boy.
All the silence emojis in the chat.
Oh, yeah. That's a good boy. Jump on up. Yeah, buddy. This is a beast dog. I would keep my girls at home, but I'd take this guy with me. I'd put a tactical Silas vest on him.
Yeah.
We'd go freaking eat people up like kibbles and bits.
His name takes Space Jam.
Little tibbles and bits.
Come on with Mom.
saying it like it is nowadays, because everyone's a snowflake, you get offended. But everything I said there is true. It's just hard for people to take away their pride and admit it. They don't want it. They want to be looked at how they want to be looked at. Like that's a snowflake. Don't obstruct my pretty picture. Sad. You know, people could just be honest.
I think one of your haters became a member though. Maybe he was gifted it. That's
Oh,
why
he's
he opted
gifted
in.
it. We need haters.
Yeah, we need them.
I need you guys.
James says, Josh, you're a breed all on your own.
Trust me, nowadays in Canada, in this Western culture, you do see less people being born a warrior. There's a lot of people who want to be, but they're not. They're just not. They're just wannabes. There's a lot of people nowadays. It's sad. Like, I would love a country that every kid, teenage that was 18 years old had to do a year in the military. You're forced. Once you turn 18, that year, you're a military member. So your country knows what tough is. You know what hard is. You're ready to serve if you need to be served. You need to serve your country. But too many people nowadays are too many men are feminine. And they talk tough behind a screen because this world of technology has destroyed what we consider true. Like, there's so many fake people out there behind these screens that they want to just hold an image and they're not being honest. You meet them in person and it's just like, whoa, who the heck are you? You know, when the alarms go off, who's going to be running and who's going to be looking to help? Those are two types of people. One that needs to be saved and one that's doing the saving. Some of us, I was in the army. While I'm in the military, I'm a shift worker working 12-hour days, and I got 4 days on of 12 hours and 4 days off. On those 4 days off, I go and join to be a volunteer firefighter. That's how I roll. There's some of us that just don't take a day off. I don't waste time and sit in front of a video game. I don't waste time and sit in front of a TV. Some of us, we learn historically how men should be, and we still are. We're awkward though. People look at us like silly. They look at us like, what is this? What's going on here? What in the rainbow heck did I just get into? I get it. I get it. You don't see this much. You don't see this much. This is rare. Sorry, it's rare. For the most part, too, not many people choose to put themselves out there in this world. Like, you know, go on YouTube and here I am, man. I'm going to share my 20 years experience with you in the military. I'm going to share with you my training, my nutrition, everything, health and fitness, how it is for this person, me, to be a military soldier for 20 years and be at a high level performance the entire time. What does it take? What does it require? So yeah, I got into knife throwing. I just didn't know what the community would be like. I came in as a soldier, and I'm going to throw knives as a soldier. I want to throw knives to fight. Like, I want to save people. And I just, not looking to throw this to hurt people, but again, I'm smart about it too. I'm not going to be like, I'm not a superhero. You know, there's a really cool knife throw out there. Hopefully we can do collab together. He wears a mask like he's Mortal Kombat. That ain't combat, man. Not that. No, I'm sorry, man. It's just for the views, but I would never, ever, ever train that way for throwing a knife. Like, he does it like Bullseye. You guys might know who I'm talking about. Amazing. I've thrown like him. But I would never waste my time training like that, and I would never consider that combat. He's entertaining, man, and I know that gets people the views, but I'm here, regardless of the views, and the freaking whatevers, to just give you guys the truth in that realm, because there's a lot of fake going on. I led into this by like seeing it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it. So here I am. Here I am, man. There's even this Chinese jack dude, and he's doing all these jumps with this screwdriver. Bro, that's not realistic, man. But you're doing great for the views. You're ripped, bro. You're ripped. You can throw amazing. But that ain't combat. That's not combat. Frick, put a shirt on, bro. Cause you have your shirt off. You got something going on there. That's not healthy. Put a shirt on, bro. You're not swimming. You're not at the beach. I sweat. I don't think anyone can sweat and get as hot as me. That's why I'm able to hang out with -5 degrees without a jacket on, because I get very hot, and I don't need to take my shirt off. I don't need to take my shirt off. I know these brands don't do too well on YouTube, but I can't stop. I can't contain myself. I gotta tell it like it is, yo. Yes, the dart knife guy. He won't even show his face. Again, I honestly wish, I hope I collab with him. You know, like he might be a little intimidated, and then he might have even had somebody reach out to him and say, "Oh, he was talking down about you, and don't think it's smart to do a live with him." Probably not, man. In a sense, like we can figure something out and do it really cool, but I would expose a lot of how better I am at that throwing. He wants to be. He has an image, and he wants to keep it. Maybe the best thing to do isn't to show someone better than you, and I think that's why a lot of the knife throwers will shy away from collabing with me or sharing my stuff, because a few of them reached out and tried and they didn't. It sucks that they even reach out and say they're gonna and then they don't. Because he reached out. There's a guy, for the dart knife guy, he reached out. Hope we can do something together. He lives like 4.5 hours away. We can figure something out and do something together. I just don't know the way he's thinking. He reached out and then they disappeared. So I can only speculate, and my mind goes crazy with 100 different ideas. Why you're not. Why you wouldn't reach out. Did you hear me talk about your style as not realistically a combat style and it's going to hurt your channel? Like, I don't have any people, no many views. Like, don't worry about that, bro. You came into the picture. I've been throwing way longer, and you came into the picture and freaking destroy it. 100,000 freaking subscribers. Good for you. Good for you, bro. It's awesome. And your throw isn't realistic. It's all movies. But I can still collab with you, man. I have no hate. Just saying it like it is. Saying the truth. His style is he wants to sell certain things, but throwing like this, a knife, for combat, I don't think he's even wanting to do it for combat. But he comes off that way to me. It's not competition. It's an image of like, he's a Mortal Kombat. It's literally in the name. I think, what is that guy? A scorpion? So the chair will never go away. You know what all I'll do is, I'll make my chair camo. The plan is to put some like leaves on it, make it camo cool. Make it camo cool. I mean, we got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on the wheel. We got 9 spots left if you guys want one of those coolest Weatherman lightning bolts.
Do you have separate winter camos, or do you guys wear cover over top?
They're pretty much covers. They go over. But I probably haven't seen the full range. Like Kill Switch asked, and I'm going to be giving a video soon. I already made it. I have a lot of videos I want to give you guys. I can't give them all in one day. There's a video coming talking about my Arctic gear and what I'm wearing and stuff in the videos to explain it. But I probably haven't seen the full range of the Arctic gear. I did do a lot of deployments up there, so I might have seen a good portion of it. And I have a good portion of it because I've done and spent years in the Arctic. Lived up there. Lived. So, yeah, it requires a whole different dress, gear. Because it's deadly up there, just the weather. I almost had a pack of wolves attack me up there. I have pictures and everything on my Facebook. If you ever look me up on Facebook, you can kind of feed through my photos and you'll see me in the wolf den up in the Arctic. Crazy fun, crazy cool. Russians came up there, said hi. We had the Russians visit us. They come up there all the time. Canada's so welcoming though. Why? Because you gotta keep your enemies closer. You gotta keep your enemies close.
Martello says, I am a responder of frontline protecting your drinking water. Thank you for your
buddy.
service.
There's only like a few places in the world you can go and drink out of the water. And they're up in the Arctic. I believe for Alaska's got a few. Up in the Arctic is the only places I think you can drink fresh water right out, unclean. Or sorry, untouched. 51 likes. We're hitting it, man.
Yeah.
We're hitting it. I'm happy.
Would you ever consider raffling off one of those action figures you got up there?
Oh boy. These are my personal collections, guys. Like, I don't think so. These are pretty valuable, too. They're going to get more and more and more. I just started putting them up. So I'm going to start putting them up. I got a few spots over here. I'm really into wrestling back in like not nowadays. So I'm going to have my old school wrestlers up, and I'm going to put some other things that I like. But this is all personal. This is all personal stuff. Don Cherry, number 1. Number freaking 1, man. So much respect for Don Cherry. He lost his job. He's probably one of the only ones in hockey world that say it like it is. I'm a Don Cherry. I take a lot of freaking... I never had a father figure. So having certain people in my life like that, Don Cherry was one of them. I looked up to him and how he spoke, how he respected the military. He said it like it is, and he lost his job for saying it like it is. So Don Cherry's number 1 up there. And of course, Wayne Gretzky's up there. He's the greatest hockey player to ever exist. He's the Michael Jordan of hockey. No one will ever beat him. He's Canadian. He's up there. And then my man, Jaromir Jagr. Jaromir Jagr is one of my favorite players. He's like, he played longer than any other player. The guy is tough as nails. We share the same birthday. Jaromir Jagr's the freaking man. Wolverine, man. Best freaking superhero out there. You can't beat Wolverine. Because he's just bad. He's just bad to the bones, man. I don't even think he has bones. The Wolverine is just bad. And then my kids, my wife, and a lot of people call me the Hulk. I had an anger problem back in the day. Again, having my girls changed me. God changed me. He gave me girls to change me. But Hulk was me. I would turn into a Hulk. If I couldn't figure something out, even the military, over years figured out, he's not getting mad at anyone. He's getting mad at himself. Because the people would be like intimidated if I was like failing a test. I'd punch the wall if I couldn't figure out a question. I had an anger issue, and I would just take it out on myself. And it was like getting into my trade down the road. Eventually, they were like protecting me because I was getting in trouble a lot. I would break pencils, and they're like, pull me into a room. Are you on steroids? I'm like, no, man, I don't do any supplements, no steroids. I just got mad that I couldn't figure out the questions, and I have an anger problem. So I'd be writing it, and I would break my pencil, and I'd go through a load of pencils, and they would be like, pulled me aside, like, you got freaking loads of pencils just broken during that test. And I was like, I know, man, I know. Freaking can't figure these questions out, and I'm just getting upset with myself. So the Hulk's up there. The best villain of all, the best villain is the Joker. I mean, look at Batman. Like, he's one of the coolest. Besides Wolverine, Batman's the coolest. Like, he's the one without superhero powers. He's just the one with money. But the guy's awesome. And is the villain Joker. You see some of the movies coming out about Joker, and he's so freaking bad. Joker is just like, don't mess with him, man. Because he's got nothing to lose. He doesn't care about money. And then the G.I. Joe, there's no one better than the Storm Shadow. I'm a Weatherman. It's even got the storm in it. And he's the one to be a ninja, the most ninja out of all the G.I. Joes. And then Raphael, the true leader of Ninja Turtles. Like the true leader. Like Raphael is the baddest of the group. You don't mess with the turtles because Raphael on his own can do it. But you need Raphael or the team falls apart. And then there's Batman, of course. He's just Batman. Taking his own life with all that. He's like a Donald Trump. No joke, man. He's like the Donald Trump of superheroes. I got all this money. But I'm going to do stuff to help. I could live on freaking an island and buy it. No one can come on it. And I could just drink out of freaking coconuts every day with 100 ladies. And I can sit in a gold chair. Right? Like these people can do what they have that much money. But what do? They choose to help in a good way. That's Batman. He's the Donald Trump superhero. And then my wife bought me the Flash. Not too much of sentimental value, other than it has a lightning bolt on it. So she's like, you gotta have a good lightning bolt superhero. So
Kill Switch says the Storm Shadow with the heart.
Yeah, Storm Shadow's bad. He's also pretty much dressed like the Arctic guy. He has a lot of Arctic gear. Like he's like the 007, which I gotta get a 007. But he's like the 007 of like, the Arctic, right? He's the 007 of G.I. Joes. And there's another one coming, RoboCop. If you guys know RoboCop, like 1980s RoboCop, man. That guy, I grew up, I have his action figures and everything. So I got to get the ones I had when I was a kid, put them up there. RoboCop was so freaking cool, right? He was a cop, killed in action. Then they made him into a robot, and he almost kept his memories. Such a cool freaking, I love that robot. Like robots, kids, back in the day when kids were real, robots, man. That's why I love the show BattleBots. And they build these robots and they just fight each other. So freaking cool. So that's a little bit of it, what's going on up there. I love it. This whole thing, it's a sick scene. Hope you guys like it. That's the whole point. Can have some fun, even though we're training. It's healthy for the brain. When you guys get into some serious combat training, you want to have moments, and I'm not joking. I've seen this happen in like military training. They hug. There's a moment in the training, you just stop and laugh. You give each other hugs because your brain sometimes can't understand the difference of training and real. And sometimes some of the like training in the military, you make it as realistic as possible. So you have to have a break and joke and laugh. It's healthy. So if I get serious, I can look up and I can just smile and look at the stuff around me that reminds me of the fun things I did as a kid. There's a moment of like, I get in here and it's like an alter ego takes over and I turn into a different person. And I get so freaking crazy. You can ask my wife, she'll open the door and I'm like, get out of here. What are you even in here for? Like, what are you even, what? Ah.
You don't even need to be in here right now.
You don't need to be in here right now. And this is when the cameras aren't rolling, right? Like, and so I put all these things around me to remind me, like, what's up, man? Jesus is number one, always, okay? Keep that up there. And then who makes you you, man? One of those times when you were a kid, you were just playing. Remember those times? Look up. Those are those times that you could remember and not look at just your life is all about war. Your life is all about fighting, Look up. There's other times too, bro.
So I want to get Andre's comment out here before he thinks I'm not reading his messages. He says in Italy, where he's from, you can drink water fresh out of the mountains.
Ooh, yeah, buddy. I would love to go to Italy, man. I'm coming to the UK, London, Liverpool. I'm going to a lot of places over there this year. I wish we were going closer to Italy, because we were. But we're going more further north. Andre, buddy, good to have you here, man. Anybody from Italy? Steph, she's from Italy. Andre, we're building a little Martello,
yeah.
Building a little Italian community here. It's sick.
BattleBots is still a thing, 3 a.m. says.
Yeah, it is. I still watch them.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have TV. I just have YouTube, right? I literally you can look up all the BattleBots episodes on YouTube. If I ever sit in front of the TV at the end of my week, I take a couple, moments to do that before bed. And yeah, BattleBots goes on. A lot of Pokemon goes on.
Yeah.
I love that show Alone on the History Channel. So Prime uploads those episodes and we watch them on Prime.
What's that one we like to watch with the cars? Little cars that they're trying to race down the thing. They're all decked out.
This soapbox racing.
Yes.
Soapbox racing. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, they got like Mr. Bean cars and they're driving and they're just crashing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sometimes you gotta laugh, man. Laughing is medicine. Find ways to laugh.
Welcome to the live. I see someone here. I do not want to completely mess up their name, but they were gifted a membership, so thanks for tuning in. Hunter says, can we see your knife wall?
Hunter wants to see my knife wall. Hunter, I saved that because I did like a knife throwing revelations, a live stream. I'm going to go through all those on lives. I have so many knives inside, swords. I'm even collecting now bayonets, historical, real bayonets from wars, World War I, World War II, the 1800s. I'm really excited about bringing those out. I have so many knives. We're going to go through those in episodes, though. I'm even going to start a shorts episode, and I'm going to go through my knives. Every short will be a knife, and I'll explain it, show it, talk about it, and then I'll huck it. You can't just show all your cards at once. I've given away a lot of knives, but I probably have 200. I don't think any knife thrower actually counts their knives. We just guess. Because there's some of us have so many. I probably have given away of my personal collection close to 100 knives. And I'm not talking about my lightning bolts that I make. I'm talking about my personal collection, like the Zeus's I gave away. There's a lot of Vengeance Slims I gave away to a buddy. Ace Jet Stingers gave away. A lot of knives. It's therapeutic, just grabbing your knife, walking back, pulling it, and launching it into that bullseye. Every time. Every time, baby. No, I can make a mistake. Right here, watch. See? Not bullseye. Yes. Feeling great. Hope you guys like these lives. I'm going to be doing them more like this.
It's the Red Bull soapbox racing.
Yes.
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 3 a.m. knows. He
Yeah,
probably watches
I
this
think
too.
me and 3 a.m. are a lot more alike than we would know. But now you guys heard my method to my madness. I might not explain some of the things I do explain all the time. With God, He's helped me get over what people call PTSD. And I can talk a lot about the things that in the past I had a harder time talking about. I would have nightmares about. I would get angry about if I had moments that reminded me about them. Now, I'm sharing a little bit of what helps me. And God's number one. Wouldn't even be possible if it wasn't for Him. And then there's other avenues that things like this have helped me. Not everybody has a childhood where we can look back and smile. So with me, it was a challenge to get through all that in the beginning. It's a reason why I joined the military at 16 years old. I was living through high school, bouncing from friend house to friend house, sometimes sleeping in a park, trying my best to get through school because I even though I didn't have a home. Tough. But I knew school was important. I had to get my grade 12 to even be a military member. So, not everybody, I remember I'd always say, what helped me through a lot was, there's always somebody that has it worse, and they're freaking pushing it. They're freaking doing it. There's always somebody that has it worse, and they freaking did it. There's a lot of history, 21st century. There's a lot of history out there, thousands and thousands of years. Millions of billions of trillions of people. There's someone that had it worse, and they freaking did it. That got me through a lot. That thought, saying that to myself, pushed me through a lot of hard times. And I said, don't be a weakling. Don't fold. Because there's a little Jimmy somewhere who has it way harder than you. He's 4 years old.
Tiny Tim.
Exactly, little tiny Tim.
Oh man.
Like just this year, you guys saw my brother come on. He came on. We just reconciled. I have a brother again. You know how awesome that is for me? Like, the only bro I have, right? And I actually have a brother I can talk to now and be real with. It's really awesome. That hole shakes. It just shakes. I love being able to throw like that, though, guys. There's something about it. I see my brain is in another world right now, but I'm able to do this without thinking. And that's what we call therapy sometimes. You can, like, zone out or zone in and punch a punching bag, right? Like, that's therapy for some people. I had a punching bag. I got away from my Hulk-like, and I started throwing knives. But there's a therapy in that for a man. For a man. Men and women are different. Women aren't going to go and punch something. They're going to go and buy something.
So, we've all witnessed Josh's shirt that he's worn before.
My what?
We've all seen Josh's shirt that he's worn before.
What do you mean, shirt?
My wife beats me.
Oh, yeah. That's her therapy. She made me get that. She's like, don't hide that. You should embrace
You should
that.
be wearing
It's a
that.
good thing.
Flavio says, well, I'm going to head out. Have a great rest of your night, and God bless everybody.
God bless you, buddy. Thank you for coming by, stopping in, saying hi. Yeah, guys have no idea how much that means to me. For those that are, like, true in this channel, you know who you are. You guys freaking rock. This knife is sick. The one I'm throwing over and over right now is one of my favorite knives. This leather grip, right? So my grip pinches and the thumb rests on this leather. Again, this is a Canadian maker, Joshua Shugart. Shugart Custom Knives, SCK. He made me this concept knife. No one else has a knife like this. This is his. He gave me 10 knives. A lot of them are just concepts that he had ideas with, and he wanted me to play around with them. Amazing knife. Amazing knife. He kind of dipped out of the community, and because they gave him a problem too. It sucks. A lot of people stealing his designs and giving him issues. And he's also a brother in Christ, and sometimes trouble just finds those people. The world does. It's not our home, right? So what God says in the Bible, we're alienated to this planet. Like, this really isn't our home. We stand out as being the light. We aren't following the patterns of this world. We're not doing the things the world wants to do. We're different. And that causes a lot of, unacceptance from the world. I understand it. I get it. You gotta embrace it almost. Me and my family, we're going through the book of Acts right now. And it's like the first Christians ever. They were like, the apostles were all thrown into jail. And an angel came and broke them out. And they were kind of like, they're looking at one another like, we're getting in trouble because we're preaching Jesus Christ. We're actually getting in trouble for that. And they were actually like rejoicing. Like, yeah, what? Like, this is what it's about. Like, we're going to get in trouble for talking about the truth. We're sharing in that persecution that Christ himself did. He was put to the cross for that truth. We were just thrown into jail for that truth. There's a rejoicing in that, because at the end of the day, death doesn't defeat. There is an eternal life. There's life in heaven. Like, whoa, like this life you look at much differently when you realize this is a splinter. It's just a little drop in the ocean of what reality is truly is. It's an eternal reality. There's a spiritual reality, a life that doesn't end. Let's build that kingdom, boys. Bullseye. Yeah, dead bullseye. David and Goliath, baby. Like, you don't have to be crazy. I ain't freaking 8 foot tall, 300 pounds, freaking Olympic gold medalist, but it doesn't matter. If something happens and you're doing it for the right reason, I'm a believer of God's got your back for that. David, rock. I ain't gonna bring a sword. You gonna bring a knife to a gunfight? If I have to. David brought a rock. No, bud. You want to be encouraged? Think about David. He's encouraging. Heck yeah, he is. You guys are being insulted by that freaking giant over there. Are you kidding me? You're not doing something about it? Who do we serve? Who's our God? Who is our God? This is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is the only God. This is the true God. There ain't no other gods. They're all made up. Lowercase g's, baby. Bullets. My arm feels great. Did a nice arm wrestling training day with my wife. I built a little gym in the basement, a little bit better for us. We worked out together. Those are like some of my favorite moments. And my arm feels great. Oh, just pumped lately. We went and ate so much sushi.
Oh man.
Like we went and trained, right? We go and we take our creatine together. We go downstairs together. We get freaking sweaty. And then we freaking go upstairs. We put 2 steaks and some chicken on the grill. We eat that up. Get a little more hungry, pick up our girls from school, and we head out and get freaking sushi. And we eat freaking salmon and tuna, raw. Just get massive, get massive.
Gains.
Oh, this weekend's been all gains. Like you tomorrow, Rochelle, your legs.
I'm already dying.
We both obsess on working legs the most. Legs is it's your foundation. You gotta have a strong foundation. You want to learn from the 3 little pigs? Learn from the 3 little pigs and build your house on stone. Right? Biblical encouragement. Build your house on the rock. So have some good legs. Legs, working your legs out and having good strong legs, you're going to be way healthier in your old age. And you're going to be able to do things and move in ways that people just can't when they don't work their legs out. Oh, you throw hard? That's cute. You're probably still watching. I hope you learned something. 54 likes. See, babe?
55 on mine.
Gotta stay true.
All the Italians are talking to each other. Martello.
I wish I kept more. I went to Italian school as a little kid. I wish I kept more of that language and had no one really. My dad spoke fluent Italian, but he was Sicilian, so it's different. We're Sicilians. It's a bit different. And I went to Italian school, so it was a bit different to him. A lot, really. Not even a little bit. A lot different. And I couldn't exactly even have him help me. So he sent me to another Italian, a neighbor, to get help. Which was funny, because my dad's name is Giacinto. And the guy he sent me to get help from, his name was also Gino. And I've never met any other Ginos in my life. It's like I was surrounded by all the Ginos. And Gino's like the main Italian name. When people like even make fun of Italians, like you're Gino, right? My dad's name is literally Gino.
Gino.
And so I had to go to another guy to learn it and do my homework with, because my dad couldn't help me. And I would listen to my dad talk to his dad in Italian when I was little, and I just couldn't speak with him when I was little. Lost it. And if you guys pray that I can find, my parents can find a way to get back in the family. They've sheltered themselves and they don't talk to anyone. I love them. I'm a very forgiving guy and I want them in my life, but they don't. So it sucks for my brother and me. My brother just finally felt it, and I've been dealing with that my whole life. So if you guys pray for my family, pray for my mom and dad. You reading all that?
Yes.
Oh, bullets!
James Mitchell says, knowing some of Josh's past is part of the reason why I reach out to him when I need advice or opinions on issues I'm having.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Like, I don't know it all. I mean, we share. We help each other. Right, bro? Like, that's what we do. Bros are bros. Like, that's what bros should do. Like, it's something about bros. Like, we don't hold grudges. Like, if we cross one another, you know a bro when he doesn't hold it against you. You forgive and you forget. Like, people say, oh, you can't forget. No, you do, man. You do. Truly to forgive, you work and you don't bring it up. You don't hold it against somebody. Not like me and James cross each other, but it's just saying, like, bros are bros. Like, we're different. Like, we are here for one another. The experiences we gather in life, and then the experience you gathered in life, and then we come together, man, it's like a force to be reckoned with. When brothers, a lot of the world tries to tear that apart, especially in Christianity, like in churches. That's where Satan attacks. He leaves people away alone if they're atheists or whatever, right? Like, I don't need to worry about you. You're freaking, right? Brothers, though. Brothers that are, like, going to do good. That's where the attack and the fight comes. And you guys got to stay together strong. We got to be able to forgive our brothers 70 times 7. That's what the Bible says. So that means that's infinity times. Be able to forgive somebody always. And be there for one another. No matter what, man. No matter what. No matter what.
Sicilian is its own language. It's a minority language in Italy.
Yeah.
It's not even real Italian. It's its own language. Josh,
so,
I can teach you Italian.
So from what I understood too, like, Italians, like in Italy, like, they don't really even like Sicilians. Am I wrong to say that? Like, it's where a lot of the mafia comes from and gives Italians bad names. It also in history, from what I understand, the Moors from Africa invaded Sicily and changed their bloodline a lot because they were a lot of like blonde, blue eyes girls, and all these dudes came from Africa and were like, your girls are really pretty. I learned that from the movie. What's it called? True Love? Is that the movie called? No. It might be called True Love. Yeah, it has Christopher Hopkins in it. Yeah, he was a mafia boss in the movie.
Hopkins.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that one.
Probably not.
It's a really good movie. But he was like about to kill a dad that was supposed to like give him the information he needed to find his son. And the dad just insulted him so much.
That look like it?
I can't see from here.
I don't think that's it. It's like a wedding.
Say Christopher Hopkins, the Italian movie. I think True is in the name. True Romance? Because it was him and his girl that ran away from the mafia, and the mafia came after him. Christopher Hopkins, though.
The right?
Not the right. Christopher Hopkins mafia boss movie. Type that in and you'll probably get your answer. Size with the sunglasses.
Yeah. Sigh, man.
I feel like True Romance might be it.
I don't know. My Google's not giving me anything.
Like I said, Christopher Hopkins, Italian mafia
I
boss
wrote that.
movie.
Bad Company keeps coming up.
No.
Misconduct.
No.
The Remains of the Day.
No.
Fracture.
No. Anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about?
True Romance. Christopher Walken.
Someone in the chat said it.
True Romance.
True Romance. Yeah, that's the movie. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just a pretty face. Look at this pretty face. I'm not just a pretty face, right? Look at that pretty face. Look at that pretty face.
Everyone's got to see how cool his face Silas looks.
You guys want to see my coolest dog? Come on, keep it on. So stay. Stay.
We'll keep it on. Best gold chain.
Oh, buddy. Silas, say buddy. It's not even sunny in here, bro. It's not even sunny, bro. True Romance, sick movie. Such a sick movie. I'm not saying, is that really true? The Moors? If it's just movie stuff, because I never really cared to really look that up, didn't care. But if that's true, man, thank you for letting me know. Don't worry, man. If I make a mistake and you guys correct me, I'm not insulted by it. You got to make sure you're telling me the truth. I'll look that up even more now. Because if you're right, that's just movie crap.
Steph says, I love the sunglasses. That's adorable.
Hey, Steph, how you doing? Yes, Silas is a good-looking dog.
Skylar Hughes says, I have not saw you in such a long time.
Good to see you, bro. Or at least for you to see me. Because I don't know who you are. I'm sorry, but I don't remember you. Skylar?
Yes, please no swearing in the chat. We have children that watch.
At the end of the day, guys, don't get too caught up in swearing and let it and ignore it. Like, people aren't going to be able to control what they say, and they probably don't even think it's wrong. Kids aren't going to, if they're going to hear it here, let them hear it here first. And the fact that I don't swear, they're going to hear that, right? Don't get too caught up in trying to push people away. I want to welcome everybody, and then we can go from there and help people. But I can't push away people that need help or need to see somebody. You can talk without swearing. You know, being controlling of your tongue is, I think it's a gift from God. You know, people who have no control of the tongue mean they can't control anything. There's a lot to be said in how we can talk and what's said. So self-control, again, is a fruit of the Holy Spirit. Self-control isn't something you just go out and buy. You go into the gym and train. You go and read a book and get. Self-control is a fruit of the Holy Spirit. So people don't have it. And let it, we have grace here. Humility here. Let it happen, guys. It's okay. The one thing that I would care about and wouldn't want you guys to have and delete, anything about children. You delete that. You pedophilia, all that stupid crap, get rid of that. Everything else, don't worry about it. Any hate towards me, guys, don't freaking worry about that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about an F-bomb. I hear it in the military every day. And I don't come home and say it. Like, it doesn't affect me. It goes in one ear and out the other. Like, I hear it every day in the military. Navy mouths? I mean, Navy. You just, it's every word. Like, you can't even have a sentence said without it. It's almost annoying. It really is. But you have to learn to just, it happens, right? Like, it's a reality. Kids are hearing it and saying it. They don't need to. You don't need to. But we have to understand it happens. Is that cool for everybody? Yeah, there you go, Martello. Let it out, man. Let it out. That's just poo. It's really just poo, you said.
My dad has never said a cuss word, and my dad has been a pastor for 30-some years.
Amen. I can't say that I have. I have said many bad words, and I probably will in the future. My dad didn't say many cuss words. When he was working on, I remember specifically, he couldn't fix our washing machine. And the whole house echoed with a swear word. I was like, oh, All right, Dad knows.
Not
My
winning.
dad's like so innocent too, right? Like, bless his soul.
Did you hear that wind there?
Yeah, the wind's gonna
Intense.
die down at 2, but it's gonna pick up a bit before it does. This target is done. You see that?
Yep, I see that.
That's why those are $5.99. Those ones.
Oh.
So you showed me $9.99. I found $5.99. I was like, all
There you go,
right,
even better.
$5.99 I can deal with. Bass Pro Shop. You guys ever go to Bass Pro
We
Shop?
went to pick up one thing, but we were there for like almost 2 hours.
We went for one thing. We came out of there with 10 things.
And had a whole adventure through the whole place.
It's everything, man. It's the best place ever. They did it right. They did it right. Separate that shoulder and hip. That's what I'm doing there when I load, right? And then I come back with the hips and shoulders. Boom.
Killswitch said, I heard my grandfather swear once, and that's when he cut his finger off with a table saw.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna happen.
damn. So he lost his finger. Were they able to put it back? Or
I lost my fingertip.
She,
and they put
she
it back
lost
on.
a chunk of it, yeah, but she put it back on. I kept everything.
Pretty much
Yeah,
like that
lucky.
little index line you see on the tip of your finger, just below that. It was hanging on by a tendon, and I had to have tendon surgery.
My wife's, what was it, scissors or a knife?
It was a serrated knife while I was cutting frozen ribs. My dog at the time did something, I turned around to slice. He
These
said
are
no,
bullets.
he was one less finger. So they weren't able to put his
He
finger
had a
back
nubbin.
on.
He had a little nubbin. I mean, swear words are swear words. Like, I don't even, like, there's a control of it. I mean, we shouldn't have a dirty mouth. The Bible talks very little about it. But we shouldn't be, in the patterns of this world, continuing the things that are profanity, slander, those types of things are, you know, I say crap a lot. I don't think crap's, you know, I got in trouble as a kid for saying the word like damn. Damn. I got in trouble for that. So swearing was very like controlled in my household. Like, damn, you get in trouble for saying damn.
3 a.m. says, my job is in construction. That's just kind of how we communicate. But when it comes to my children, the potty mouth stays away.
Yeah, and that's good nowadays. Some parents don't know the difference of how to raise their kids the right way. A lot of parents just, they see, having kids should change you. And when parents change the kids because they can't change, that's not fair for them. If you were raised a certain way as well, and you know you're raised like a good way, give that chance for your kids. You became worse. Don't continue that with your children. It sucks, right? The descendants of sin can really mess up a family line. You need God to step in somewhere there because it's like you're screwed.
Hunter Keene said that his dad lost 2 of his fingers as well with a table saw.
Ooh, buddy, 2 at the same time? So to get his power throws that I have, like I was almost 20 feet there, like going back at the end of my rug here, I'm past 15. I have to bend down more, so my elbow has to come out more. I can keep my elbow pretty quick. It comes in, and then it comes in, and it's out, like in and out. If I'm going back further, my elbow comes in more. So to be able to get power, if I don't need power, I don't need to do it that much, and I can just throw it nice and comfortably. Nice and comfortably. I'm not looking to throw it nice and comfortably though. My combat range, we'll get through a hockey puck at like 15, 20 feet. We'll do that. We'll pick a day and do that. It'd have to be a perfect throw. I can make a perfect throw 10, 12, 13, 14 feet. I can make it perfect. Like, we're about 13, 14 feet. Can be close to perfect almost every time. When you're trying to get a knife through like a hockey puck, it has to be perfect. Like all that power has to be put nice and straight. You can't come sideways. You can't come under rotated, over rotated, all that talk. You can't do that. Alright, we're gonna wrap it up soon, guys.
Hunter said, well, he cut 3, but he was able to get them back on.
Good. Good to
Oh, they
hear.
put one of them back on, sorry.
Ooh, well, better than none.
So he has 2 half fingers.
We'll pin 1 can. We'll call it, guys. That was fun. This live was to show everybody, you know, where we're going, where we're headed. I'm going to be more true to myself. I got a little carried away there. I'm not here to be accepted beyond the community I've built. It's for you guys. I'm here for you guys. If you guys like the content, it's because I've stayed true to myself. Thank you, Brandon, for saying that to me. I went out and kind of like, I wanted a little bit like understanding of what the frick the community, did you have to go? I was just questioning a lot of things. Like, we have knife throwing community. We're very small. Why aren't some of the things that people are doing accepted? Well, they don't go to throws. Since you don't go to my backyard throw, you're not accepted. That sucks. All right, peace. I'm going to do my stuff now. I'm not going to work hard and not sleep well at night because I'm trying to be accepted. I'm going out of my way to be really nice to people. Man, I've really gone out of my way behind the scenes. I don't try to do nice things to be seen, or else I think you're doing them for the wrong motives. And yeah, dang, man. So it's like, why did I waste my time? Well, you know what? I learned, and even Brandon himself helped me out and said it. So stay true to yourself. That's what I'm doing now. So that's what this live has been about. It's been getting back to my roots, back to who I am and why I started this channel. And we're just going to start killing it. We're going to start killing it again. I can't wait to be able to get out of this garage and get outside again, where I can freaking, I love training with grass. I love training out in the field. I'm going to be taking you guys. This has been fun. Having a garage is sick, especially with the way it looks. It's so freaking sick. I love it in here. I wish I could have this heated properly. I'd sleep out here. I sleep right here. Freaking, I'd sleep right here, man. I love it. Me and my wife right here. Boom, boom, boom. Having a great time. But it's not the reality here. Babe, don't put your head in a gutter.
No, that's so messed up, man.
No, it's not. It'd be great. It's really nice, fluffy. This is like grass turf, right? You sleep in the field under the stars, same thing. Sleep under the memories. And yeah, anyways, I love going on tangents. Oh. Stay true to yourself. I wouldn't be a man of my word if I didn't stay true to myself. Don't try to be liked. A lot of growing up I did. With friends and stuff.
Kill Switch, are you keen on the garage, Rochelle? LOL. Hunter's just laughing.
Guys, get out of the ditch with my wife. Like Steph in that last video, he's throwing knives. He's throwing knives. He's throwing knives. He's throwing knives.
I was in the other room when he was listening to that. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, knives. I'm like, oh my goodness.
The useless facts episodes, I gotta have, it's funny content, guys. Don't take it too serious, but at the end of the day, each one of those episodes, they're talking, they're going to try to bring the facts. Just, they're going to be funny. They're going to be funny. I mean, all knives come in all different shapes and sizes. They do. A couple good ones come. I have a lot. I you can't rush it. You can't rush greatness.
"3 a.m. says you just need a bigger wood stove and a bed, my brother."
I need to insulate this.
Yeah, it's not insulated whatsoever. Yeah. I think that's what it's missing.
If I insulated it, the heat would stay in here longer. So that wood burning stove, like a propane heater, maybe 2 propane heaters, pumping. But the wood burning stove is so nice. Like, it is nice. It's really nice. If I got it going, like today I've been cold. My hands have been freezing. Frick. Wait, what's cold? So that going though, it does help.
3 a.m. says it should be Casa de Knife Garage on Airbnb.
Oh, that's such a smart idea. Hey, imagine doing like knife throwing training, and then Casa de Knife Hotel. come
Garage.
and hang out. Like, I got a couch, a fridge, a TV, a wood burning stove. I got my little bucket over there I piss in, a little portable toilet. You got everything you need.
John Wick says, you can't run from my problems, but you can definitely throw a knife at them.
Yeah. No one can run from them, but we can grow from them. We can get better from them. We can use them to fuel us to get better. But there's a positive choice there you have to make. You have to look at the positives and be knowledgeable of what the positives are, right? To be able to make the right decision. Sometimes people don't have the knowledge to make the right decision. Again, am I able to throw knives here and build a little community? But we're here for a lot of different reasons. It's just knives. We're here for a lot of different reasons than just knives. But man, I love knives. Man, I love knives. All right, let's get this right here, right now. Ooh. It almost listened to me.
2 away from 60. Come on.
That's the best in a while. Appreciate you guys. Controversial talks. Every live, we're going to have a lot of them. I watch. And, you know, some people say they're the ones who watch the most. You know what? I do a lot of watching and reading. I study. That's what I call it. Studying. I study all the best knife throwers I can find on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook. I don't share it. I don't talk about it. Doesn't mean I'm not watching. And I see the conversations. I read all the posts on all these popular pages. The Instinctive Knife Life, Instinctive Throwing, the Throwing Knife Life. The 2 biggest pages, over 10,000 people. That's the biggest community of knife throwers is on Facebook, and I read them all. I see them all. So when I come here, I talk about the things I see there. I can't really have an open discussion there. People are too freaking snowflake. That's the word. I didn't say a P word there. There's too snowflake there. And I tried. People just take it the wrong way, and it's like I'm attacking. I'm not attacking. I'm just talking about the truth. This is the way I see it. This is how my experience has taught. This is what my experience has taught me, and this is what I'm going to share. Like this is the questions that need to be asked, even if I'm not able to answer them. I'll ask them, but don't take offense by it, man. So much gatekeeping, double standards, and too many snowflakes to handle. We're throwing a weapon here, live edge or not, for combat or just competition. We're throwing a freaking weapon here, probably the most crazy thing in the throwing world around the world. We're throwing this freaking weapon here like crazy. Like, let's be able to talk about it and not be feel. I don't know. Again, I don't know why. I don't know what I did wrong. I gotta really be careful on how I talk and the words I use, I guess. And again, if you're putting a video out there, you can use me as an example and say, like, this person shared this, and you can share my video that I said this and clip me out and say and counter me and use me as an example. That if we're putting our stuff out there, right, then you can use it. And if I'm using yours, you can use mine. Like, don't put your stuff out there if you don't want people to talk about it. If you're only putting your stuff out there wanting, you know, a bunch of snowflakes to just make it look pretty, well, that's not the reality, man. And you know, just because you think you're popular, you think you have a force field around you, maybe reality isn't there. Like, that's not real. Sorry, bro, that's not the case. We're going to talk about you, good or bad. Good or bad. We should welcome it. We can learn from it. The people that are questioning it might be wrong, and they can learn from it. The people that are questioning you could be right, and you can learn from it. Like, we shouldn't have to worry about our voices sounding like a little baby, and I gotta go now. Oh yeah, man, you're really good. Yeah. You know, just sound like you're a man, bro. Just freaking say it the way it is. Is that too much? Is that just again? I go tangent. I don't have the music running, so I'm just hearing myself talk. I don't hear you guys or read the comments as much as when my wife's here.
John Wick says, weird question, but do you have a catchphrase like "Stay sharp, my friends"? Should be it.
My ending is always like grip it, rip it, stick it, and hit it.
There you go. That's true.
That's one of my new catchphrases. But yeah, I should come up with a catchphrase. But at the end of the day, when I'm finished my live, I look at you guys and I go, you want to grip it, you want to rip it, boom, and then I stick it, and you want to hit it, and I give you guys a props and say goodbye. I don't think that's the best catchphrase though. I was kind of going off Dude Perfect. They're like, noggin, hit it, see ya. And then I'm like, okay, grip it, rip it, stick it, hit it. That sucks. I got to come up with a good one.
Oh, I like it.
Help me. No, I know we like it, but it's not really catching on, right? Let's go. But Dude Perfect, I think they were the first to say let's go and make it a thing.
Well, John Wick asked and Killswitch said it right away. He knows it. He knows your catchphrase.
What is it?
Grip it, rip it, stick it.
Hit it.
Hit it. Yeah.
Coolest crew. We're the coolest guys. I think one of them should be like, say it like it is. Hashtag truth. Like, something like that. Something like, I don't shy away from saying what needs to be said, whether they like it or not. Whether you like it or not. I know you're watching still. There's a couple you probably watching still. So a bunch of you too will act nice to me. And I know you don't like me at the end of the day. I have a couple people like that. They talk to me, they're nice to me, they say they're going to do something for me, and they don't. And then we don't talk, and I'm like, okay, what happened there? I was so nice to you. Offering I'm there for you anytime you need it type of stuff. Like, I'm there for you, man. You ever need to talk to me, I'm here for you. And they like, likewise. And then they never say anything to you. And then the things that they said they were going to do, I'm going to share your video, yeah, this, they don't. Okay, where'd you go? What happened? Yeah, because they don't like you. They're just fake.
David Maxwell says he doesn't mind your sign off, and Hunter says he likes it.
Good. All right. You make a little t-shirt like that then, eh? You know, you want to grip it. You want to see. You want to rip it. Ah! I smashed that can in the air.
David, we were also in New Brunswick there. We were posted to Oromocto, but we are currently in Nova Scotia. And
is he there?
yes.
That could be the guy that's
Yeah, are you Trinity's boyfriend?
If not Trinity's boyfriend, are you the guy that works with the dart knife guy? He's in New Brunswick as well. I'll be dressed like an army camo freaking soldier. Usually, you be dressed like a Mortal Kombat ninja, and we'll freaking make a killer video.
That person also said there's a big blizzard coming our way.
Yeah, Monday.
Oh boy.
I'm a meteorologist. I know all those storms coming. But is it that the guy?
I don't know. He hasn't responded yet.
It might be. I think I
He
remember.
said, "Oh no, this is just by chance. I wish I was that guy."
Oh, all right.
Well, welcome to the channel.
You're way cooler, man. Don't worry.
If you could double tap that screen for us.
When you're from New Brunswick, and I knew a few people there that are big YouTubers, that in the knife throwing world there.
So, are you in southern New Brunswick? Is that what you said?
We were in Burton, like Oromocto, so the base gauge town, the military base by Fredericton. Fredericton being the capital of New Brunswick, we were like 20 minutes from there.
Fernando, nice comment, bud. This is my first time here. Is he autistic?
Yeah. I'm everything you want me to be. What is that autistic again? Is that?
I don't know. There's so many different things of autism.
Nowadays, like all this food is messing people up, and they have every kid has ADHD. Every kid is freaking hyper compulsive disorder or whatever, this and that.
He says, "I am between St. Andrews and St. Stephen's. Are you in the infantry?"
I was for 2 years. I'm in the Met trade now. I'm a meteorologist for the Air Force, Navy, and Army.
Yeah, so he's purple trade. He works with everybody.
Intelligence branch, yeah. I like saying that. We got amalgamated into the intelligence branch like 15 years ago.
Sorry, I have to say this. We're at 60 likes.
Yeah.
3 a.m. says, Josh, I'll be hitting you up for weather reports for haying season with my folks.
Anytime you guys need a weather report, I will give you a tactical outlook, like pinpoint, give me the coordinates to the exact foot position you're going to be. And I will give you everything you need to know for as many days. Accurately, accurate, like real accurate, 3 days out. I can give you a pretty accurate 5 days to 10 days. I can even give you up to 20 days. That most likely is going to change though. Like, might happen. Depends on if it's like a system. Systems normally will happen, but they'll speed up or they'll slow down. They can dissipate or they can build. Like there's that's going to go on within 20 days of a forecast. So I'm going to have to give you a more accurate update. I can update you as the days go on and see what happens. But you guys need anything. If you're out in the water, you're fishing, you're camping, you want to take a trip around the world, every stop you go to, I'll tell you the weather.
Pedro's on. He says, what's up? David James says, do you ever get the weather wrong?
Nope.
He would get in a lot of
I,
trouble.
I can be slightly off, right? Like, but I usually always give the worst case scenario so that if it doesn't happen, I'm okay with that. But if I'm wrong, the easiest person to blame if something goes down is me. Like a plane crash or like the ship goes through a bunch of damage, it's me. So I have to be very accurate. There's certain things I can't get wrong. Like alarms go off if I get an altimeter reading wrong. Like if I send an altimeter out and it's wrong by a few decimals, alarms go off at a certain place, a base in Canada, and then they freaking look that up right away, right? So civilians, meteorologists, those TV talk people, they can get things wrong, but they're so like not trying to get it wrong, they say everything. They say everything. Like, we're not allowed to be wrong. Like, I have people's lives, like, you know, like, people are relying on the weather to be very accurate. I can't be messing up. I'll be screwed if I do. I didn't want to throw it. I pinched to hold it back. The only reason that throw is horrible. But if I had a huge target, that would have been a stick. And I've been doing the weather now for like 18 years. I'm getting pretty good at it now. Like it's like just like a second language to me. I love the questions, guys. If you're interested or want to know stuff, hit me up, man. Let me know if you know what it is, and I'll give you see if I know. You never know if I know. Let's hit this thing, man. You know what I gotta do? I gotta take this out of the sheath. So, Pedro, he was on. You just said that. Sorry, I kind of like my brain was on. I got your shirt getting made already. Oh, yeah. I'm on it. So I already ordered your triple XL, buddy. Beefy, like it. Cuddle man. We'll be able to hook that up. Pedro reached out to me, guys. He saw a shirt I was wearing. I'm going to try to wear more of them for you guys in my shorts. My lives, I might be all like this now. I might be like this all the time. Different ways of camoing it up and stuff. I'm gonna be freaking playing the game, getting serious. But I have a lot of designs, a lot of t-shirt colors. You're going to start seeing them. If you want one, you just let me know. Me and Pedro started off as my first one to buy, to sell, $40. That covers shipping and handling and everything. So I buy the t-shirts, I got all the designs done, and $40. I think that's a fair, I was 40 to 50 because it is pricey. I'm not leaving much room for myself, but I don't ever like to charge more. Like, I'm not here to make money. I want to make this stuff for you guys, and if it's crazy later on, maybe I'll up the price, but for now, I feel like that's a fair price. $40, you get anything you want, any t-shirt, you can get cotton, you can get athletic wear, and you can get any design you want. I got 3 designs coming out. So you're seeing the coolest. I'm gonna have the symbol of just me looking like Jordan. That's coming out. And then I got Just Throw It with my symbol. So those are the 3 designs I have coming out right now. And then the 4th will be Coolest Crew. And I'm trying to come up with a really cool, coolest crew. Whether it's just the emoji or something different, the coolest crew's coming out. And the first that are going to get it are my moderators. So James Mitchell and 3am Forge, my newest one. Shout out to you again, bro. Thank you for joining the team. You'll be my first to get that.
So before you throw, David Maxwell says, thank you for your service, man. It was great to stumble into you guys. I subscribe. I will for sure reach out about the weather information in the future.
Anytime.
I got it today, so I'll talk to you later and good night.
Awesome, man. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I'm here for the weather. You want some serious weather and you don't want it to be wrong, you let me know, guys. Send me an email. I've had many emails from fishermen and people around the world asking for it. I can do it around the world. And I'll use my military network to be able to get you the weather too. So I won't be limited to what I can use. I have some serious stuff at work, right? Like I got this really cool program. I grab the world and I can spin it and I can zoom in anywhere. Just, it's such a cool freaking tool. Like anything going on, like it's really cool.
So David James has been bugging me to ask you, is the world flat?
I know, man. I know, like, people will, that comes from the Bible. People argue it, but I always use this verse on somebody. God removed our sin so far as the north is to south. Sorry, so far as the east is to the west. He said, I removed your sin as far as the east is to the west. Why did he say that? Why didn't he say, I removed your sin so far as the north is to the south? I'll even let you guys have that question. See if you guys understand. He said, I'm going to remove your sin, because God removed our sin when Jesus died on the cross. Like, and so far as the east is to the west. There's more to that, and I'll tell you, but see if you guys can understand that. Because he does it, a lot of the Bible is like written, and it won't be like, okay, this is the science behind it, but once the science looks it up, it's like, oh, that's why he said it, because he knows. So, he said, I removed your sin so far as the east is to the west, because we have the north and south pole, and those can be measured. So we can say the north pole is this far. The south pole is this far. We don't have a west pole or an east pole. They're forever. He removed our sin as far as forever. They go forever. Like, yeah, I removed your sin unmeasurable. It's an unmeasurable distance. He did not say, I removed your sin as far as this, north to south, because our world is not flat. It's a globe. I removed your sin so far as we can measure the top, but we can measure the top and we can measure the bottom, but we can't measure around. That was one of the verses, like, again, I don't see many people using it as an argument to the flat earth, but it makes sense to me. Knowing the north and south pole are measurable. And that verse says, I removed your sin so far as the east is to the west, because it's not measurable. You can't measure that. He removed it in an immeasurable amount. It's gone. It's gone. What a loving God. Like, I cannot mix with sin. I don't love sin, but I've created a way for you to be forgiven, and I freaking throw that out of there. Just trust in Jesus. That's all you gotta do. He's the way, the truth, and the life. He's done everything for you. You don't have any works you can do that will get you to heaven. Oh, I lived a good life. You know, I wasn't bad. I didn't do too... Nah, man, doesn't worry about anything you did. Because he doesn't want anyone to boast and brag and talk like they're like, oh, I lived a great life. Like, look how good I am. No one can talk that way. He did it all. All you got to do is trust in him. That's it.
So John Wick said he's going to bed, and good night, everyone. I'm out. Stay sharp.
John Wick, thank you for buying the wheel. Enjoy the knife. God bless, brother. Go Canada, go.
Killswitch wanted to know, can you do tank tops? I think it was Killswitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, tank tops.
I have already a bunch of tank tops because I love freaking tank tops. Wife beaters, they call them. Is that the shirtless ones?
White beaters, yeah.
Yeah. So I got a bunch of those. I got army green, I got black, I got white. But I got a bunch of those to be made too. So if you want those, they'll be $30. They're nice. Trust me, I'll be wearing them all summer long. Alright, let's pin this thing, because I wasn't really serious about it. I'm serious about it now. Now I'm serious about it. Look at that target. Once the new targets go up, and those will be all wet, I'll soak them in water. Like I'm pretty much wanting to put one of those up at least when the spring comes, and I'll leave it out in the rain, let it soak, drill it, and then I'll throw the targets on them. We have certain things I like to do when they're flat and brand new, like pinning little things. Man.
What about hoodies?
Yep, I made a hoodie already.
That would probably be a little more than $40 because hoodies are
the
expensive.
hoodie's gonna be just to buy the hoodie, I think I'll have to go up to like $79 for a hoodie. But they're quality. Like I don't want to trying to make stuff like good quality hoodies. So you'll see me wearing one. I have an army green hoodie with the coolest on it. So I do have those as well. Just like I said, guys, if you have something you want,
email us.
email me and I'll get it done. I'm already at the point of making them, so you just email me and we'll talk. Eventually, what I'm going to be doing is going into the IT section in my military, and I'm going to be asking for some help to make a website. So I can actually you guys don't have to email me, you can just go on my website. I'll have all the links in my channel, and you can just buy off that. Eventually, that's where I'm going.
3 a.m. says he needs a coolest weatherman hat in his life.
I know, I was telling the wife today too, trying to get my symbol on a hat, because I love hats. I'm bald. So
I already
love
told
wearing
Josh
hats.
too to find you a cool camel one through his unit.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. My moderators.
3 a.m. says, brother, I can help you out with a website. He probably does all that stuff.
Because I was hoping to get a couple things on the website, like my merchandise, my knives. Nobody Knifeworks also put on my website. So links to his stuff and my knives being made through Nobody Knifeworks, my sponsor. It wouldn't be big. Like I know I have to pay for, I believe it's the website name. And then because I was playing around with it for a while in my trade, trying to make a website for recruiting people in the Met trade. And I was able to build websites free. So I wasn't looking to spend crazy. I just wanted a little easy format of, but if I had to, I will. But just trying to make this not so I have to spend hundreds of dollars. And we can figure something out like that. That'd be cool.
Martello says Toronto has a textile mill that makes shirts and hoodies. It's called House of Blanks. I already screenshot it for you. He says it's all high quality stuff.
And they can just take my design and make it for me.
I screenshot it for you, so.
Martello's Canadian.
Yeah.
Did he say that before and I forgot? I must have forgot.
Yes.
Okay. He disappeared for a bit. Martello's been hanging out with us tonight it's been a while. I think the last time I really seen him a lot was when I was wearing my Jordans and he pointed them out.
Yep.
Alright. I can't pin a can right now. I'm hitting it in the air.
You're not Canadian, Martello?
Yeah, I don't think he ever said that to me.
Oh,
He just might have the
he's
knowledge.
Italian.
Is he from Italy?
Martello is his last name. He's
Is he
Italian.
living in Italy?
No.
I'm Italian, but I'm
I
not
think
living
he's
in
in
Italy.
the States.
Mine is Louisiana. My wife sometimes, eh? Like I just
He's
want
in
to.
Washington State. He's close.
Okay. He's in
Yeah, he's in
Washington
the
State, so
States.
he's West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Right underneath BC.
Josh, I'm also looking into prices on Coolest Cruel. Oh my goodness.
Coolest Crew.
I cannot speak tonight. Moral patches.
Oh, that would be cool because I imagine wearing a morale patch on my uniform.
Collects patches.
Imagine popping that on there. Like, what is that? Yeah, that's my coolest crew. I think the military would let that. When we're out deployed in the Navy, we can wear a lot of morale patches.
Yeah. Well, guys, I have to be honest. It's almost midnight, and I'm dying here on the couch. I'm ready to go to bed.
I'm just gonna pin this can and we're gonna go. I'm not going until I pin it. This has obviously been a little harder than I thought. It's light. I don't like a light. There's nothing in it. Anything light, I have a hard time with. Because I can't feel it. I have to throw it so hard, and sometimes I feel like it's just too hard, and then I mess up. That's 2. 2. Let's just say that's 2. 3 a.m. is counting. Who won the t-shirt again today?
It was
Flying
Digger
Digger
Crew.
Oh man. I throw so hard and fast, the can doesn't even make it. So when it's so light, it just floats. Just floats there. I don't think I've thrown it that far before. It went all the way forward. Yeah, baby! Let's go! Snipage! Very close to a unicorn. Weird throw. Very close to a unicorn. A dents inside of it. 62 likes. You guys rock. I'm glad me staying true to myself made an improvement here, because that's what I feel like it was. Thank you for the moderation from James Mitchell, 3 a.m. and my Smoking Hot wife. Thanks for everybody sticking around, asking questions, making this live memorable. This has been a good one. I enjoyed it. So we're going to keep this up. Right? So you want to grip it. You want to rip it. You want to stick it like it. God bless. Let's go!